What's good? 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 NBA Finals Game 5 live stream. Let's go. We got the Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. We're back in OKC tonight. The series is tied 2-2, and we are ready to go. Tip off at 8:30. Let's make sure everything's going good. Shout out to Mings for following. Appreciate it. Make sure everything's doing well. What's good? What's good? What's good?
There's a lot going on.
So we got a couple things to get into before the game starts. We got some keys to the game for both teams. We're going to get into what happened last game, do a little bit of review for that. We're going to talk about SGA for a little bit. We're going to talk about the Pacers, what each team needs to win game 5. And then we're going to get into the game. So what up to everybody, whatever platform you're watching on, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, whatever, Kick, doesn't really matter. What up to everybody, man? Give your boy a like and subscribe, follow for the algorithm. Any like helps a lot. I really appreciate it. So far, we've been streaming every single game of the NBA Finals up until this point. We will be streaming the next game on Thursday, and we will be streaming Game 7, which will be on Sunday if necessary. Depends on what these two teams do today. Right now, the series is tied 2-2. The Oklahoma City Thunder stole one in Indiana. And now we're back to OKC for tonight. SGA had a phenomenal game last game. Let's go over some of the box stats and see what was going on. So the story of last game, Indiana, in terms of turnovers, early they started really well. But by the end of the game, things kind of evened out. Both teams had 16 turnovers. OKC won the offensive boards last game, which was happening pretty much the whole series. OKC's had a slight nod towards winning the boards. They had 43 to the Pacers 33. And that especially counted towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter. This game was relatively close for most of the game. It was a 1-2 score, 2-possession game for the most part until it got to the fourth quarter. Indiana at one point led by as much as 10 points, but the Oklahoma City Thunder found a way to come back. SGA started hitting shots down the stretch late in the game, and eventually the Oklahoma City Thunder came back from the dead, tied the game, and then eventually took the lead. But the main thing about OKC is that when they took the lead, they didn't get overwhelmed, they didn't make stupid mistakes, and they were able to close the game out, and they were able to get the win in Indiana. Tough win. I personally think that this win for OKC completely changes the complexity or the outlook for this entire series. I said that if Indiana Pacers were able to win game 4, that this series would be done in 6. I think Indiana would have been able to take that momentum. I think OKC still would have won one more at home, but I think eventually, once going back to Indiana, they would have been able to close it out. But I think with that win by OKC coming back the way they did in Indiana, I think the series will go to 7. And the reason for that is OKC in the playoffs, when they've been trailing, they haven't been comeback kings like the Indiana Pacers have. The Indiana Pacers can be down by 10, 20, 15, whatever. It doesn't really matter. They will find a way to get back in the game. But Oklahoma City Thunder, they're used to playing defensively strong, and they're used to being able to be consistent, be able to attack with their defense, make turnovers, and be able to win that way. They win the slow way, mid-range, everything. They're not really a three-point shooting team, and that showed in Game 4. In Game 4, the Oklahoma City Thunder shot 3 for 16 from three-point. They shot 3 for 16 from three-pointer. At one point, they literally shot, I believe it was 1 for 12. They were shooting less than 10% from three-pointer at one point in the game. But even though they were shooting poorly from three-pointer all night, they still kept the game close. Like I said before, it was only a 2-possession game for the majority of the game until Indiana Pacers went on a stretch and led by as much as 10. But the Oklahoma City Thunder found a way to keep in the game, and you got to commend them for what they did. They made the right adjustments. SGA, when it was time for his number to be called, he delivered, and they were able to come back, close the game out. SGA finished with 35 points, So another 30-plus point game for SGA. And even though Siakam had a solid contribution towards the night, all the starters for the Indiana Pacers had started solid points. Everybody was in double digits except for Aaron Nesmith off the bench. Obi Toppin had 17. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. OKC was able to come back, keep the game close, even with the lack of three-pointing from the Oklahoma City Thunder. With that being said, we got to talk a little bit more about SGA. Right now, SGA is doing something historic. Through the first 4 games, SGA is averaging 32.7 points per game. Now, historically, this ranks 3rd all time. There was Rick Barry in the 1967 finals, who averaged 41.3 points per game over the 4 games. So that was 165 points over 4 games. Absolutely insane. And there's Allen Iverson, who was 2nd with 35.3 points per game, scoring 141 points over a 4-game period. That was in the 2000 finals against the LA Lakers. The Sixers lost that series, I believe, in 5. And then there was SGA. SGA right now, 131 points through 4 games. He's averaging 32.8 points per game. So it puts him in 3rd in total points for the throughout the first 4 games in the NBA Finals. So right now, SGA is doing something historic in terms of all time in the NBA. And I've talked about this multiple times, but if the Oklahoma City Thunder do win this NBA Finals, SGA will be completing an all-time historic season. From the simple fact that the Oklahoma City Thunder had the best record in the NBA, had an all-time historic defensive team from a historical standpoint. The fact that SGA won the scoring title, won MVP, NBA MVP, he won Western Conference Finals MVP. So if the Oklahoma City Thunder come back and win this series and they win the championship, it's pretty much 80% likely that SGA is going to win NBA Finals MVP, which will be the first ever quadruple ever. Scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP. So if the OKC Thunder are able to bounce back, win this series, they will have completed an all-time historic season. And SGA, man, he's going to be that dude from now on, man. If you're MVP and you win the championship in the same season scoring title, you have now officially become face of the league, man. So we got to clap it up for what SGA has been able to do. He had a weak game 3. I think in game 3, he only scored 24 points. And you could tell that Indiana was getting a lot of pressure on SGA towards that game. He was the main ball handler for the entire game. And I think OKC failed to adjust at certain times. I think they should have put the ball in Jalen Williams' hands a little bit more, kind of put a little bit less pressure on SGA. But I think in game 4, they finally figured it out. They were able to keep it close. And now we're at game 5, man. So we're going to see what happens. But shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're on, man. It really helps me out in the algorithm. We're trying to grow. We're doing every single game of the NBA Finals. We got game 5 tonight. Game 6 will be on Thursday. And then if there is a game 7, it will be on Sunday. We stream every single game of the NBA Finals. We do live reactions. So shout out to anybody who started watching live. Also, as soon as the NBA Finals is done, we will be live streaming probably twice a week. I think twice a week is a good amount of time. There's a lot of NBA news to cover. There's a lot going on. A lot of trade rumors. This is going to be a very busy NBA offseason. There's a lot of potential trades going on. We're hearing that KD has dwindled down the trade destinations that he wants to go to potentially. And right now, the number 3 destinations that he wants to go to are 1, the Houston Rockets, 2, the San Antonio Spurs, and 3 is the Miami Heat. Now, originally it was reported that he wanted to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves, but it looks like he has changed his mind. And Miami Heat is now the 3rd destination that he would want to go to. Russell Westbrook has decided to opt out of his player option for the Denver Nuggets. So Russell Westbrook is now a free agent. Somebody got traded today too. Let's double check, because I remember someone else got traded today. Let's see. Oh, we also got news that, or rumors is the report going around that the Toronto Raptors are willing to use their number 9 overall pick in the upcoming draft to be able to trade and a potential trade for Kevin Durant. So it looks like the Toronto Raptors are being extremely aggressive this offseason too. They want to land either Giannis or they want to land Durant. They want to land somebody big. Now, As a Toronto fan, if I had to choose between Giannis or Kevin Durant, I would most likely lean towards Giannis. I think Kevin Durant is dope. I think he's an all-time scorer. But I think that the Toronto Raptors need somebody with a little bit of that edge. You know what I mean? Somebody that'll be a little bit more consistent, less passive. And I think Giannis wants nothing more than to win. And he brings that fire, that energy. And he's a little bit younger as well, too. So I think if the Raptors are looking to land somebody, I do think that Giannis would be a better pick. And also, Giannis is not American as well, too. So a lot of American players don't want to play in Toronto for tax reasons. They feel homesick some of the times. And then also, I guess what's going on right now with all the borders and shit. This is better overall for Giannis, who was originally Nigerian and then moved to Greece when he was younger, to just go to Toronto because he also has a relationship with the Toronto Raptors general manager. So that would be dope as well. What else happened today? Another player got traded today. Let me just double check and see. Yes. It was Desmond Bane who got traded to the Orlando Magic for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 first-round pick swaps. So that also happened today. So yeah, there's a lot of news going on, man. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be new coaching signings. Right now, the New York Knicks are also looking for a new coach, and they're interviewing. So we're going to be covering all of this stuff as it happens in the offseason after the NBA Finals. So be sure to like and subscribe. Follow anything, man. There's going to be a lot more news, and we're going to be covering all of it as it comes out. So let's see what's going on here. Take some water. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. NBA Finals Game 5 live stream, reaction, play-by-play, watch party, whatever you want to call it. Make sure to like, subscribe for the algorithms, or follow. It helps your boy a lot. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. Game 6 will be on Thursday, and Game 7, if necessary, will be on Sunday. We'll be streaming every single game live, and then we'll be covering news in the offseason. So yeah, we touched on SGA, what he's doing, which is all-time historic in terms of points per game and overall points through 4 finals games. If SGA continues at this rate, he's essentially going to be maybe 3rd or 2nd all-time for all-time averages through the finals in terms of points per game. And it will just be another cap to an all-time amazing season for the OKC. I think the fact that they were able to come back in Game 4 the way they did, it makes OKC extremely confident coming back home for this game. So I think for OKC, they just have to continue doing what they did in the first game. I think defensively, they got to set that tone early. I think they got to be able to switch and adapt to what the Indiana Pacers are doing. I think the Indiana Pacers have given them trouble defensively. If you did not know any better, you would think that the Indiana Pacers, throughout a lot of the games in this series, were the better defensive team, just because of how they've been adapting, how they've been putting pressure on SGA, on Chet, and sometimes on Jalen Williams. Just from a straight eye test perspective, like the way it's been looking, you would think that these teams are pretty matched evenly, even though OKC is all time, or defensively is a way better team, at least in stats and in the regular season, than the Indiana Pacers. And I think what they need to continue to do is to use multiple ball handlers. I think they need to use SGA when it's necessary, but they need to swap it with Jalen Green as well. Just use multiple ball handlers just to relieve pressure, because as soon as SGA gets the ball, they're going to be full court pressing him. They're going to be blitzing him, trying to put pressure on him so that he makes a bad pass or a turnover. They've been doing it all series. So I think that's extremely important for OKC to be able to do. I think they need to attack the paint early. I think Chet needs to attack the paint early. I don't know why the 7'1" motherfucker is settling for threes the entire series. You are 7'1", my guy. You need to attack the basket. You need to be able to get fouls, get on the line, shoot free throws. Chet does not need to be settling for threes. Now, it's one thing if he's wide open on the 3-point line and he has an open look. That's one thing. But you should not be settling for threes. You should be aggressive in attacking the paint. I think, obviously, Lou Dort defensively needs to put pressure on the main ball handler, which is usually Tyrese Halliburton. I think Lou Dort has been doing a great job defensively, so he just has to be able to do what he always does and be able to stay out of foul trouble. And then for Caruso, I think Caruso coming off the bench, he just needs to be able to provide the spark like he's always been doing throughout these last couple of games too. Last game, I believe he had a lot of points off the bench. Last game, he had 20 points off the bench, even though overall the bench play for OKC was relatively weak. They still found a way to win that game, even with Caruso's spark off the bench. So I think for OKC, if they can get strong play from Caruso off the bench, and if they can get some extra points from Joe Isaiah, or even Aaron Wiggins, then I think they'll be able to win this game. And on the flip side with the Indiana Pacers, I think for them, they're going to need some strong play off the bench. I think the X factor for last game was Obi Toppin, TJ Connell, Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin had 27 points in game 4, but then it just kind of seemed like he disappeared in this game. He only had 8 points. Sorry, last game, he only had 8 points. So I think for the Indiana Pacers, for them to be able to stay in this game, for them to have a chance to win this, Tyrese Halliburton needs to have a strong game. Obviously, Pascal Siakam, the regular contributors. But I also think that all the bench players need to be able to contribute. It needs to be Benedict Mathurin, it needs to be TJ Connell, and it needs to be Obi Toppin. Because even with 17 points from Obi Toppin last game, it still wasn't enough to be able to close this game out against OKC. Defensively, they need to do what they were always doing. They need to be able to switch, put pressure on SGA or Jalen Williams, whoever is the main ball handler for OKC. And they need to be able to create turnovers early. And I think if they can do that, they'll be able to win the game, even though turnovers were pretty even last game, 16-16. I think Indiana's going to have to create a lot more turnovers to be able to win this game, because you had a game last game where turnovers were even. Indiana Pacers compared to the Oklahoma City Thunder, they still had a lot of production off the bench, because OKC pretty much only had Alex Caruso coming off the bench and producing for points. He had 20 points. But for the first 3 quarters, the OKC Thunder were only shooting, at one point they were shooting 8% from three-point land. A team that was shooting 8% from three-point land was able to still stay in that game and come back and eventually win it. So OKC, man, Indiana Pacers, they got to do a better job of making sure that OKC doesn't get to the line, and they got to be able to switch, man. They need production from every player off the bench, or this game's going to be close and any team's going to be able to take it. So especially when you're in OKC as well, it's going to be extremely important. So we got tip-off coming soon. Tip-off should be live at 8:30. Again, y'all know how the NBA does it. NBA says 8:30 is tip-off, but usually that's not the case. Shout out to anybody who's watching, whatever platform you're on, man. I really appreciate the like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot for the algorithm. We're a relatively new channel and we're trying to grow, but we're going to be doing live streams and we're going to be doing post NBA Finals live streams as well too, to cover all the NBA news that's coming out. And get some water. So yeah, those are the keys to the game for both teams. Let's take a look at last game. Last game, you had a monster game from Jalen Williams and SGA. It was essentially those two who took OKC over the hump, especially with Alex Caruso coming off the bench. Alex Caruso had a plus 14 plus minus coming off the bench. Chet Holmgren had a plus 14 plus minus. He had 14 points. Jalen Williams, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers as well. And SGA, man, 35 points, 3 steals, 3 rebounds. Now, this was the first game in the NBA Finals that SGA did not have a single assist in a game. So I believe that the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to look to try to get SGA to be able to dish it out, be able to get that ball out, to be able to get some more rotations, be able to get some of his teammates contribute, or be able to contribute to some of his teammates in this game, because he wasn't able to do that at all last game. Last game, SGA was just straight mid-range and 3-pointers. But at least he was able to get 3 steals and be, contribute on the defensive front as well. Okay. Untayim says, hopefully Indy. I'm guessing you're an Indy fan, man. How many games do you think Indy's going to win in? You want a game 7? Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I want a 7-gamer too. I think it's going to go to a game 7. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. I think the series is just going to seesaw back and forth, man. So I think that we're going to get game 7. However, I think that because OKC won game 4, I think it shifted the momentum and it shifted everything mentally for them. So I think OKC would win, and if it goes to Game 7, because the Game 7 would, I believe, be in OKC. But honestly, bro, this series is so evenly matched that it could honestly go either way. It just really depends on the game and depends on the mindset of the team, the mentals, man. You see, I'm a Celtics fan. I'm cooked. Oh, man. Damn, bro, I feel sorry for you, man. They're about to blow your whole team up. What happened to Jason Tatum was so sad, man. The torn Achilles. And then on top of that, y'all got new ownership, man. So those new owners are about to come in, man. They're about to trade a lot of those players, man, because the Celtics been paying into that luxury tax for quite some time, man. We're already hearing rumors of Porzingis. They're looking to trade Porzingis. Hearing rumors about them looking to trade Drew Holiday as well too. So that Celtics team, man, I'm telling y'all gotta subscribe, man, because I'm gonna be covering live streaming all the news that comes out in the off season. But that Celtics team might look a lot different next year, man. It might look a lot different. And then on top of the fact that they're playing Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown that max, yeah, it's gonna be. But you know, the thing is that the Boston Celtics, they're a good franchise, man. So it's like they'll find a way to be able to get other pieces that maybe that aren't expensive. Maybe they'll try to rebuild through the draft or something. Who knows what'll happen? Because you at least still want to keep those main two together. You want to keep Tatum and Jaylen Brown together, right? Drew and Zinger are out for sure. Yeah, they are. And honestly, with man, Zinger, man, he got mad like issues, man. Like he's always got some sort of injury issue as well. I know like throughout the playoffs he was like supposedly really sick or something like that as well. So even though you love him, man, it's like he's a good player, but this guy has throughout his entire career has always had injury issues when he was in New York, when he was in Dallas, like, and now when he's in the Celtics, right? It's just yeah, Derek White. I think they should keep Derek White. I think if they're smart, they'll keep Derek White. Who's the other dude they signed to? Let me look at the Celtics roster. I remember they just gave a contract extension to Peyton Pritchard. They should keep him. I think they should definitely keep Derek White. Al Horford, he's an older guy, so he's probably going to be out in a couple years anyway, so they're probably going to keep him. I don't see them trading him, but yeah, it looks like Drew Holiday is gone. Kristaps is going to be gone, and that sucks, man, because Drew Holiday is like your best defensive player. To have him be gone, that takes away a lot of defensive depth away from the Celtics. I just wonder where they're going to trade him for and what they'll get for him. But yeah, it kind of sucks with Porzingis, man. Porzingis, there's always in every sport there's always that one player who you wonder, what if this player never got injured? Like what would his career have been like? Porzingis is like one of those guys, man, and at least in recent memory. I would say Zion is one of those guys too. But Zion, it's just more because he doesn't really want to take care of his body, Porzingis, I feel like Porzingis is one of those guys who tries to take care of his body, but just because of his physical build, like he's just tall, lanky, like it's just extremely hard to stay healthy when you got a build like Porzingis. That's why I'm surprised Chet Holmgren is able to stay as healthy as he is, even though he had an injury in his rookie year. Cornet and Al might be gone too. Oh, damn, Al Horford's a free agent. I didn't realize that. Damn. Well, then you got to be happy Healy's got one, man. Because Al Horford, he was like, had the most playoff games before without a championship before they won it last year, right? If I'm not mistaken. You said Luke Cornet too? Yeah, Luke Cornet, yeah. Yeah, he's probably gone too. We also got, Sam Hauser. We also got a couple players on there, but I think as long as you got JT and JB, y'all should be good, man. Joel and PG's bodies are cooked. You are not wrong, my guy. You are not wrong. Joel and PG are cooked, bro. They are cooked. I feel bad for Joel because Joel, it's another thing with him is just like Joel is like he's just another guy too. Like the make of his body just makes it really hard for him to be able to play a sport like this where you have to do a lot of lateral movements. It's like a lot of pressure on your knees, a lot of pressure on your joints. Like there's just certain body types that aren't meant or not. They're not able to adapt long term for these type of sports. And it's like it's always been a problem with centers too. Like big guys, big centers. Like even after they leave the NBA, these guys always have major joint issues. They have like a lot of surgeries they have to go through. Like, especially after a 72 game season, going through playoffs and all this stuff like that. Like, it takes a lot of wear and tear on your body, man. Last year we won. Last year, all that shit. Yeah, bro, that's a good chip to have, though. I ain't gonna lie. Because the Celtics before that, what, it was like 2008, I think was their last chip before that. I have a torn ACL. You're never the same. Yeah, bro. I've never had a torn ACL. I actually just tore my Achilles, complete tear of my Achilles, man. And, you know, that there's one of those injuries, like ACL, Achilles. They say that you just lose your speed after that, man. You just never are the same, especially if you get a little bit older. You know what I mean? Like when you're young, I think you can bounce back a little bit because of modern medicine and all that. But when you get those injuries when you're like older or mid-career or something like that, like it's always harder to bounce back from, man. But these are tough injuries with long recovery times, man. This shit absolutely sucks. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man, whatever platform you're on. Game 5 of the NBA Finals, man. Let me know who you got winning Game 5. Put it in the chat. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals moving forward. This is a live watch party / reaction. Let me know who you got winning Game 5 in the chat, man. Shout out to AM. Shout out to Cindy Grubb. Give your boy a like, subscribe, follow whatever platform you're on, man. It really helps a lot in the algorithm. Smash that like button. Let me put it in there. Smash that like button. Oh, can't jump off my left leg. My body didn't take the surgery well. Damn. When did you get injured, man? Was it recent or was it? The ACL is just such a tough injury, man. Every time I see an ACL injury, it's just one of those ones where you just kind of grimace at that shit, man. It's just, oh my God. It was like I think, what's her name? Juju Watkins, the female hooper. She got that ACL injury recently. I was like, oh my God, bro. I mean, at least she's young. She can bounce back from it, but ACL is a tough injury, man. Doesn't matter who you are. Okay, tip-off is about to start. We're about to get into it. But yeah, that's tough, man. I'm sure they made you take all those like prescription drugs and all that stuff like that because ACL, that's a tough surgery to come back from. Okay, game is officially started. Let's go. Right now, Indiana has the ball. Nembhard has it. Pass it to the corner. To Halliburton. To Miles Turner. Aaron Nesmith takes a shot, misses. Lou Dort gets the rebound but get knocked out of bounds by Aaron Nesmith. Nesmith has already picked up his first foul. Bumped into Lou Dort while Lou Dort was trying to get the ball, knocks him out of bounds. Just to let y'all know that Scoreboard is a little bit ahead. The NBA broadcasts are usually slightly behind. Just in case anything happens on the official broadcast, they usually delay it by a couple seconds. OKC just scored their first points. How do y'all feel about the NBA not putting the official NBA Finals logos on the court no more? From what I understand, they put like a digital NBA Finals logo on there, which you can see on the bottom part there. Do y'all want them to bring back that trophy in the middle? Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Pascal Siakam with a nice jumper. Indiana Pacers are starting off strong. Oh, Chet Holmgren. Nice little reverse layup on the backside. That was beautiful. Indiana has the ball. Halliburton. Back to Siakam. Siakam pulls up for three. Money. Pascal Siakam has been an absolute monster for the Indiana Pacers this entire series. And pretty much through every single game, I believe, except one, he's been their leading scorer. Pascal Siakam already has 5 points. But yeah, this shot by Chet Holmgren was beautiful, man. He goes to the layup and then fades it back, throws it backwards. On Miles Turner, he still hits that. That's beautiful. Highlight worthy. Highlight worthy. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. I really appreciate it, man. Give me, man, a like, subscribe, follow for the algorithm. Helps me out a lot. SJ is on the free throw line right now. He will shoot 2. Just to let y'all know, SGA right now is tied for 3rd most points all time through the first 4 NBA Finals game. Absolutely crazy. Oh, turnover by Pascal Siakam. OKC gets the ball back. Gives it to Jalen Williams. Right to the paint. Dunks that. Andrew Nembhard with the ball right now. To Miles Turner. Miles Turner gets a tough shot in the paint. And they continue to full court press SGA when he has the ball. He's looking for that screen from Isaiah Hartenstein. Passes it out to Chet on the corner. Corner 3, Chet nails it. I think Chet Holmgren needs to be a little bit more aggressive in the paint, not settle for those threes, but looks like he still wants to take them. Aaron Nesmith, wide open 3, banks it. Chet Holmgren has the ball. To Hartenstein. To Jalen Williams. Easy basket. Easy basket in the paint. Off a give and go. Halliburton has the ball. Gives it to Siakam. Siakam's being guarded by Lou Dort. Lou Dort will pick up his first foul. Indiana will get the ball out of bounds. Pascal Siakam has it. He's being guarded by Isaiah Hartenstein. Pascal Siakam turns it over for the second time. Oh, SJ is being guarded by Miles Turner. Oh my God. Jalen Williams slams it through. The nice cut to the paint. Thunder are up. Thunder are coming out with a lot of energy so far, and they're causing a lot of turnovers. Another turnover. Nesmith tries to throw the ball in while falling out of bounds. Jalen Williams pulls up for 3. Misses. Halliburton looks like he wants to shoot a 3. Misses. Lou Dort with the rebound. SGA is driving to the lane. Gilgeous-Alexander gets it. Easy money. And the Indiana Pacers take a timeout. Not going to lie, at least from how it's looking so far, Indiana came out with a lot of energy in the first 2 minutes, but they've already had a lot of turnovers, or a couple turnovers, and it looks like OKC is being able to capitalize off of those turnovers right now. So right now, Indiana Pacers have 3 turnovers already, and we're only a couple minutes to the first quarter. So if they continue like this, it's not looking good for them. Let's take a look at some of the team stats right now. OKC shooting 77% from field goal. So Indiana Pacers are shooting 71%. OKC shooting 77%. OKC shooting 50% from three-pointer. Indiana shooting 66%. Right now, the Indiana Pacers have 3 turnovers, while the Oklahoma City Thunders don't have any. And the Indiana Pacers have 1 rebound, and the Oklahoma City Thunders have 2 rebounds. So far, both teams are pretty evenly matched. They've been playing pretty well. It's been mostly Pascal Siakam for the Indiana Pacers. But the Oklahoma City Thunder have really been capitalizing off those turnovers by the Indiana Pacers. at least so far. Shout out to Nate 254. Shout out to Lucille. Appreciate anybody who's watching, man. We'll be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. We'll be streaming Game 6 on Thursday, and we'll be streaming Game 7 on Sunday if it is necessary. We're also going to be covering a lot of the NBA news coming off in the offseason after the NBA Finals. Just a lot of NBA news to get into, man. A lot of rumors. KD is potentially getting traded. We don't know where he's going. Looks like the Toronto Raptors are really trying to make a hard push for either KD or Giannis. Right now, Desmond Bane just got traded today from the Grizzlies. There's rumors of Giannis potentially leaving the Bucks this offseason. We got the New York Knicks in the search for their new head coach. They'll be interviewing Mike Brown and Taylor Jenkins, the former Grizzlies head coach. So we got a lot of movement in the offseason. Russell Westbrook also just opted out of his player option for his contract with the Denver Nuggets. So it looks like Russell Westbrook will also be a free agent this year as well. There's rumors that his preferred destination is the Miami Heat. For Kevin Durant, his preferred destination reported today, he's dwindled down to 3 teams. So preferred destination for for Kevin Durant is the Miami Heat, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Houston Rockets. Now, originally it was reported that the Minnesota Timberwolves is one of his preferred destinations, but it looks like that has changed slightly. I'm not sure why. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of news coming out in the offseason. So follow wherever whatever platform of your choice is: Twitch, TikTok, Kick, YouTube, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But give your boy a like, subscribe, follow for the algorithm, and it helps me out a lot. We are back. Use that scoreboard, you know what I mean? OKC lead by 5 right now, just over 7 minutes left in the first quarter. So far, both teams started off very strong, but Indiana has been committing a lot of turnovers, and OKC have been capitalizing off that so far, but it still remains a close game. OKC leads by 5. Turner to Halliburton. Obi Toppin is in the game now. Obi Toppin to Halliburton. Back to Obi Toppin. Toppin drives to the lane, pushes it out to Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard for 3. Misses. Oh, Andrew Nembhard gets the rebound. Misses the layup. He had a wide open look, but he misses it. SGA for a layup, wide open layup. Layup in the paint. Oh, wow. Rick Carlisle, the coach of the Indiana Pacers, was extremely furious. He had to be restrained by his team. He wanted a foul on Nembhard by Lou Dort. No. I don't know if that's a foul. So now SGA will shoot free throw. OKC will get the ball back. And the Indiana Pacers head coach has a technical. If he gets another technical, he will be ejected from the game. Commentators just saying that was a missed foul. And Indiana Pacers should have been shooting free throws. Right now, Halliburton has a ball. He trips and falls. Turnover for Indiana Pacers again. Got a layup from OKC. Alex Caruso off the bench. And right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are on an 11-0 run for the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Miles Turner gets an and one. Fouled by SGA. So Miles Turner will shoot for another free throw. Right now, the Indiana Pacers have 4 turnovers already. And we're only halfway through the first quarter. or 2/3 of the first quarter. We got Chet Holmgren, who's going to be out. Turner misses his free throw. No and one. Looks like Wiggins and Harkenstein are in. SGA is also sitting as well. Oh, Lou Dort. Drive side steps, pushes it out. Jalen Williams, mid-range. Lou Dort gets the rebound. Ooh. Caruso tries to slam it, but he misses the slam. That ball goes all the way up. He's trying to put that man on a poster. Halliburton almost falls out of bounds, but gets it to Obi Toppin before he falls. Obi Toppin and Miles Turner back to Obi Toppin. Andrew Nembhard. They got 5 to shoot. Backcourt violation on Obi Toppin. And right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are looking like the best defensive team in the NBA, like they've been the entire season. Oklahoma City Thunder are coming out with an intense energy defensively, offensively. Right now, the Indiana Pacers look like they're all out of sorts. Right now, already Indiana Pacers have 5 turnovers. God's Will Hoop says Pacers in 7. Shout out to Lucille. Shout out to Die Gogos. Appreciate y'all watching, man. Give your boy a like, subscribe, follow for the algorithm. It helps a lot. God's Will says Pacers in 7. I'm gonna hold you to that, God's Will. I think OKC in 7. But this series is a seesaw, man. This series is gonna go back and forth, man. It's been a great series so far, man. For all the basketball lovers, man, y'all are getting a treat. But right now, it looks like it's all OKC, man. OKC's already forced 5 turnovers in the game already. Indiana Pacers head coach is not happy. Rick Carlisle already got 1 tech. He was furious. Refs missed a call. And he was furious about it. He ended up getting a tech. In Rick Carlisle's defense, he was right. They should have been called for a foul, but the refs completely missed it. Toppin gives it to Halliburton. Halliburton for 3. In and out. Harkenstein with the rebound. Pass it to Lou Dort. Lou Dort's going to work on Halliburton. Lou Dort gets called for an offensive foul. Lou Dort will sit. I believe he has 2 fouls already. Lou Dort has been great for OKC from 3-pointer in this series, and obviously great defensively. All-time or first team defense, all defense this year. Pascal Siakam will go to work on Jalen Williams. Siakam will get fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. We got Tony Bradley coming in for the Pacers. I believe this is his first minutes in the finals. Pascal Siakam knocks down his first free throw. Now, what's good to anybody who started watching, man? I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're going to be streaming Game 6 of the NBA Finals on Thursday and the Game 7, if necessary, on Sunday as well. Pascal Siakam misses a second free throw. Pascal Siakam has had an issue with shooting from free throw this entire series. He's been shooting extremely poorly from the free throw line. Caruso has the ball. Caruso gets the baseline. Misses the off the glass. I'm parched, man. Siakam, turnover. Ooh, blocked from behind by Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin swatted that layup. Benedict Mathurin was a battery for the Indiana Pacers in Game 3. He had 27 off the bench. Game 4, he was a little bit more quiet. We also got TJ McConnell off the bench as well. Benedict Mathurin gets fouled. He will go to the line. But yeah, Benedict Mathurin and TJ McConnell have been great sparks for Indiana Pacers off the bench. If Indiana wants to win this game, everyone off the bench, Obi Toppin, Benedict Mathurin, as well as TJ McConnell, are all going to have to contribute quite a bit offensively and defensively. But that was a nice swat on Alex Caruso, man. Alex Caruso was going up for that layup, and Benedict Mathurin just came behind and swatted that shit. That weak shit out of here, man. Anyone who just started watching, man, I appreciate it, man. Let me know who you got winning Game 5 of the NBA Finals. You got OKC or you got the Pacers, man. Put it in the chat. OKC or Pacers? We got just a little bit under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's look at some of the team stats, and we'll go into some of the individual player stats. So right now, the Indiana Pacers are shooting 50% from field goal. From three-pointer, they're shooting 40%. They have 6 turnovers already. The first quarter is not even done. That's not a good sign for the Indiana Pacers. And they got 7 rebounds. Oklahoma City Thunder are shooting 52% from field goal. They're shooting 33% from three-pointers, so a lot better than they shot last game. Last game, at one point, they were shooting 8% from three-point. I said that right. At one point in the third quarter, at last game, they literally went 1 for 12. They were shooting 8% from three-pointer, which is absolutely abysmal. And they still found a way to win that game. But this game, they're shooting a lot better from three-pointer, 33%. Oklahoma City has 1 turnover. I believe that turnover was for Lou Dort for the offensive foul that he had on Tyrese Halliburton. So you live with that. And then Oklahoma City has 9 rebounds to the Indiana Pacers 7. So Oklahoma City continues to dominate the boards against the Indiana. Of course, they're only up by 2 rebounds, but throughout this series, Oklahoma City Thunder have been able to dominate the boards compared to the Indiana Pacers. And I think that's been one of the big differences for why OKC was able to stay in a lot of these games. They're getting a lot of second chance shots on their possessions, and it's able to keep them in the game, even with a game like Game 4, where they're shooting abysmal from three-pointer. Let's look at the box score. Let's see what's going on. Right now, we got Pascal Siakam with 6 points. Aaron Nesmith has 3 points. Miles Turner has 4 points. Andrew Nembhard has 2 points. Tyrese Halliburton right now doesn't have any points, but he has 2 assists. So pretty balanced for the most part. Indiana Pacers usually have a pretty balanced shooting output from their starting 5. And then right now, we have Benedict Mathurin with 1 point off the bench. That was his first free throw, and he will shoot his second free throw after the commercial break. For the OKC Thunder, we got Chet Holmgren with 5 points. Jalen Williams with 6 points already. Isaiah Hartenstein has 3. SGA has 7 points already. We got Alex Caruso with 2 points off the bench. So far, SGA is looked like he's ready to have another breakout game. It must be noted that SGA so far this series in the NBA Finals is 3rd all-time in average points per game based on the 4 games that he's played. I believe he's right behind Allen Iverson, who averaged 35 points per game in the 2000 NBA Finals against the LA Lakers. But right now, SGA, if the Oklahoma City Thunder do end up winning the NBA Finals, SGA is most likely going to be NBA Finals MVP. And if that is the case, and the OKC do win this series and become NBA champions, they are closing out an all-time historic season. They were historically an all-time defense this year throughout the regular season. And SGA was obviously NBA MVP. He also won the scoring title this year. He had the highest points per game, but he will also win Western Conference Finals MVP, which he won. And then if he wins the NBA Finals MVP, that he will complete the first ever quadruple in NBA history. So that's worth keeping in consideration, that if SGA does win MVP, NBA Finals MVP that is, he will complete the first ever quadruple. That's Western Conference Finals MVP, scoring title, NBA MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, NBA Finals MVP. So SGA had 35 points last game, so let's see what he does this game. Benedict Mathurin will shoot his second free throw, and he hits it. Just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Still a pretty close game. OKC leads by 6. Jalen Williams has a rock. Tries to get to the lane, but misses the layup. TJ McConnell, fast break. Gets stripped, goes out of bounds, but Indiana will get the ball back. Indiana outbounds. Benedict Mathurin with the shot. Misses. Jalen Williams with the rebound. Wiggins pulls up. Ooh. Wiggins hits his first 3 of the game. Looks like TJ McConnell wants to go for 3. Pass it to Benedict Mathurin. Mathurin drives. Misses the shot. Jalen Williams with the rebound. Jalen Williams has a rock. To Isaiah Hartenstein, to Alex Caruso. Back to Jalen Williams. Got to shoot. Jalen Williams in and out. They get the offensive board. Back to Jalen Williams. Casey Wallen's wide open for 3. Hits it. That's his first 3-pointer of the finals. This is not looking good for Indiana. If OKC, the guys off the bench are able to hit some 3-pointers and able to extend that lead, while SGA and Chet Holmgren are resting, is not a good sign for Indiana. Hartenstein to Alex Caruso. Back to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams drives to the basket, misses another layup. Oh, TJ McConnell and Carson Walsh are fighting for it. Gets it to Halliburton. Halliburton down to Obi Toppin. What happened? Hartenstein got fouled. Fouled by Bradley. OKC will get that ball back. OKC right now lead by 10. This is their largest lead of the night so far. Jalen Williams is also down. Tony Bradley kind of nudges Isaiah Hartenstein to create a lane for Obi Toppin as he's coming down to try to dunk the ball. And it looks like Jalen Williams got hit in the eye or something. Yeah, this is weird. It looks like Jalen Williams just... I'm not entirely sure how that happened, or on the replay, didn't really show anything there. SGA's back in the game. Gives it to Chet at the top of the key. Chet pulls up. Misses. Miles Turner with the rebound. TJ McConnell has it. Gives it to Miles Turner. Benedict Mathurin has the ball. Pascal Siakam. Oh, bad pass to Andrew Nembhard. Almost goes out of bounds. Siakam needs to shoot. There's 5 seconds left. Benedict Mathurin wide open. 3. Gets it. It's a big 3 by Benedict Mathurin. Chet Holmgren brings the ball up for OKC. Holmgren to the basket. Tries to dunk, but misses. Gets blocked by Miles Turner. OKC wanted a foul, but they don't get it. Pascal Siakam from the corner 3. Wiggins gets the rebound for OKC. Wiggins trying to go to work on Pascal Siakam. Give it back to SGA. So there's 30 seconds left in the quarter. SGA is being guarded by Benedict Mathurin. SGA is trying to cook him, trying to go to work. SGA gets fouled, and he will go to the line. Oh, they're saying it's before the act of shooting. So OKC will get the ball on the inbound. But yeah, Chet Holmgren tries to dunk on. That actually should have been a foul. Miles Turner did not get any ball at all. It was all hand. SGA drives to the basket, kicks it out to Wallace. Wallace, 3. Money. 20 seconds left. OKC leads by 10. Looks like the Pacers will shoot the final shot of the quarter. TJ McConnell turns, shoots, air ball. Oh my God. Benedict Mathurin tries to put it up, gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. And that's the end of the first quarter. OKC's coming out there looking very dominant so far. They're forcing a lot of turnovers. This is the first game of the finals so far, at least that I can say, just from an eye test perspective, that it looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder are looking like the better defensive team. In the first 4 games, if you didn't know any better, you would say both teams are pretty evenly matched. But this game definitively looks like Oklahoma City Thunder is a better defensive team. This game in game 2, I would say. Right now, the Indiana Pacers already have 7 turnovers in the first quarter. So it hasn't been good for the Indiana Pacers so far. Of course, we had Rick Carlisle, the Indiana Pacers head coach, who got a technical. But right now, you have a pretty balanced scoring from the Indiana Pacers. I think Tyrese Halliburton, again, is starting off extremely slow. He has 0 points. I think one of the issues and one of the things that he fixed in game 3 was that Tyrese Halliburton came out extremely aggressive from early on. He was taking threes. He was driving to the basket. He was doing the beautiful lane floater that he always does. But we haven't really seen a lot of that in this game so far. But I think if the Indiana Pacers want to have a chance, Tyrese Halliburton is going to have to be a lot more aggressive. Pascal Siakam, you're always going to get 20-something points out of Pascal Siakam. He's very consistent every single game. You know what he's going to give you. But Tyrese Halliburton, it's going to be Tyrese Halliburton who's going to has to be the main guy. On top of that, the bench for the Indiana Pacers has to be extremely strong this game. Obi Toppin, TJ McConnell, Benedict Mathurin, they're all going to have to contribute extremely well offensively and defensively for the Indiana Pacers to be able to have a chance at this game. Right now, Chet Holmgren has 7 points. Jalen Williams has 6 points. Isaiah Hartenstein 3 points. SGA has 7 points. We got Carson Wallace with 2 threes off the bench. Andrew Wiggins with a 3 off the bench. Alex Caruso with 2 points. So right now, in terms of playing off the bench, OKC is really the team that's playing a lot better. I'm going to go grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. We bike. Shout out to Lucille watching. Shout out to Die Goals. Shout out to everybody else watching on all the other platforms, man. I really appreciate it, man. Give your boy a like for the algorithm. It helps a lot. And put in the chat, man, who you got winning Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Right now, Oklahoma City Thunder lead by 13. We're in the second quarter. Right now, so far, the Oklahoma City Thunder have looked like the better team. They've been coming out stronger defensively. They've been forcing a lot of turnovers on the Indiana Pacers. They've already forced 7 turnovers in the Indiana Pacers. And they've been able to capitalize off all those turnovers as well. Pascal Siakam for 3. He misses. Williams from the corner 3. It goes in and out. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. Miles Turner has it. Passes it to TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell, wide open 3. Doesn't take it. To Aaron Nesmith. Pascal Siakam gets fouled. They're going to call it an active shooting, so he will shoot free throws.
That right leg. That's the one that back to the locker room kick. Again, we're told he will return.
Oh, it's like Tyrese Halliburton actually went to check his leg in the locker room. Looks like he has ice. It's covered in ice right now. I'm not sure what's wrong with his leg. Looks like his right leg is they've taped it with ice. Pascal Siakam Tyrese Halliburton has been out since like midway through the first quarter.
Well, this is the thing, DB. He's got to recognize that he has the advantage. If they put a big on him, he can go by him. They put a small on him.
Shout out to Nate254. Shout out to Demetrios. Give me a like for the algorithm. Like the stream. Subscribe, follow. Helps a lot. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. We're going to be streaming Game 6 on Thursday, as well as Game 7, if necessary, on Sunday. And we're going to be covering a lot of news in the offseason. There's going to be a whole lot of news coming in the NBA. It's going to be a wild offseason, man. Might be one of the wildest offseason in recent memory. Wiggins for 3. Money. OKC, their bench is getting a lot of production off the bench. This is not a good sign for Indiana Pacers. If OKC can get production off the bench without their star players going crazy, it's not looking good for the Pacers at all. McConnell for 3. Got it. It looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder have been able to make the defensive adjustments to be able to counteract what Pacers have been doing offensively. And it looks like the last couple of games have started to work. SGA all the way to the basket, gets fouled. He will go to the line. We got to take a look at the turnovers, man. One of the big things for this game was going to be the turnovers. Right now, Oklahoma City Thunder have 2 turnovers. The Indiana Pacers already have 9 turnovers. This is not good. And the Oklahoma City Thunder have been able to capitalize off every single turnover that the Indiana Pacers have made. SJ hits his first free throw. This is not good for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton checks back in. Tyrese Halliburton had ice around his leg. It looks like he had some sort of leg injury or some sort of leg soreness or cramp. But he's back in the game. Obi Toppin has the ball, top of the key, passes to Aaron Nesmith. Andrew Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard drives back to Aaron Nesmith for 3. Misses. Back to Obi Toppin. Aaron Nesmith again, corner 3, gets it. Money. OKC will call a timeout. OKC cut it to 8. Sorry, Indiana Pacers cut it to 8. So they're still finding a way to stick in this game. But right now, the Indiana Pacers are almost in double-digit turnovers. Second, not even the second half is not a good sign for OKC. Sorry, for the Indiana Pacers so far. Shout out to Bilal Taylor, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the watch. Anybody's watching, man, like and subscribe, follow. Helps a lot in the algorithm. But right now, the story of the game for the Indiana Pacers is those turnovers, man. Those turnovers, those 9 turnovers have made it extremely easy for OKC. OKC's been able to capitalize off all of those turnovers. And not only that, OKC, they're getting a lot of production off the bench early on, which is a good sign. Whenever OKC gets some production off the bench, usually they win that game. Right now, we have Cason Wallace with 6 points off the bench. He has 2 threes. We have Aaron Wiggins already off the bench with 3 threes. He has 9 points. Alex Caruso with 2 points. Alex Caruso had 20 off the bench last game, even though the other players on the bench did not contribute as much. So having a game where Aaron Wiggins, Cason Wallace are already contributing early on is good. It means that if Alex Caruso gets hot and the starters get hot, then this might be a wraps for the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers right now already have 9 turnovers. And there's just under 8 minutes, or just a little bit over 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Pascal Siakam, 10 points. Aaron Nesmith, 6 points. Miles Turner, 4 points. Andrew Nembhard, 2 points. And right now, Tyrese Halliburton has not scored. However, he does have 2 assists. TJ McConnell with 5 off the bench, and Benedict Mathurin with 5 off the bench. So they are getting production from the usual suspects off the bench. Mathurin, TJ McConnell. But we're going to need Obi Toppin. Indiana Pacers need Obi Toppin to be able to produce off the bench in order for them to have a chance at this game. They've been killing themselves with turnovers, but they've cleaned some of that up in the second quarter so far. So we'll see how everything goes. Right now, SGA is still on pace to be able to break 30. And SGA so far in this series, in the NBA Finals, is a 3rd all-time in NBA history for most points scored through the first 4 games. So that's something to keep watch of. If SGA breaks 30 in this game as well, maybe he scores 35, 40, then he may be able to beat Allen Iverson in all-time NBA history finals rankings for first 4 games. So we'll be able to see what goes on with that. We'll keep watch. Also worth noting that SGA is on the brink of history. He's won the scoring title for this year, or he will win the scoring title for this year. He averaged the most points per game throughout the entire year. He also won NBA Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and if they win the NBA Finals, there's an 80% chance that SGA will win NBA Finals MVP. So he will win the first, or he will have the first ever quadruple for individual player in the NBA season. Scoring title, NBA MVP, NBA Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP. So that's very historic. If the Oklahoma City Thunder do win this series, it's worth something to keep in mind. It will essentially top off an all-time historic season for the Oklahoma City Thunder, who were historically one of the best defenses for this NBA season.
You can see they have fallen along with this season. It's been impressive to watch it because, again, even being here for a couple of days.
My mouth's so parched today, man. I don't know what the hell going on, man. Had a chicken burger before I came on here, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just too salty. I don't know. Game's back. OKC has the ball. Jalen Williams bringing it up. We just got just about 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Jalen Williams has the ball. To Isaiah Hartenstein on the right side. Lou Dort, 3. Short. Patience with the rebound. Halliburton for 3. Misses. Okay, so he gets the rebound. Caruso throws it to Hartenstein. Jalen Williams comes to the lane. Woo! Jalen Williams to the lane, slams that down. OKC leads by 10 again. Halliburton, oh, nice pass. Oh, Shepherd tries to get the ball to, turns it over. Jalen Williams and 1. So that's the 10th turnover for Indiana. Indiana's already in double-digit turnovers. We're not even halfway through the second quarter. Shepherd wanted to get that ball to, who's that, Bradley in the paint. But Alex Caruso was there to steal that. A nice little cut by Jalen Williams. Just cut straight to the basket. Slams it right down. And then on the other hand, after they get the turnover, Jalen Williams gets that and 1. We're back to commercial break. Let's go back to that box score. So Indiana Pacers already have just committed their 10th turnover. This is crazy, man. Halfway through the second quarter, and already Indiana Pacers have 10 turnovers. OKC has 2. And every single turnover, OKC has found a way to capitalize off it. Indiana is not doing good so far. Tyrese Halliburton was injured in the first, I think midway through the first quarter. Looks like he has some sort of leg injury. You know, that may be affecting his shot.
Originally from France, but always wanted to be a Cowboy.
We got Pascal Siakam leading scorers for the Indiana Pacers. Pascal Siakam has 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Aaron Nesmith, 6 points. Miles Turner, 4 points. Andrew Nembhard, 4 points. Tyrese Halliburton hasn't scored yet. And we got TJ McConnell and Benedict Mathurin, both with 5 points. But so far, man, for OKC, it's really just been their bench has been able to provide a spark for them. They've been able to capitalize on every single turnover that the Pacers have made. Right now, you have Casey Wallace with 6 off the bench. Andrew Wiggins 9 off the bench. Alex Caruso 2 points, but he's been great defensively. He already has a steal. And we got Jalen Williams already in double digits with 10 points. SGA has 9. Chet Holmgren has 5. And we got Isaiah Hartenstein with 3. Lou Dort hasn't scored yet. So overall for OKC, it's pretty balanced. You're getting good points off the bench, and you're also getting some great production from your starters so far already. And you're capitalizing, man. Like right now, OKC's defense is looking stout. They're looking exactly like a number 1 defense should look. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. We're going to be streaming Game 6 on Thursday and Game 7, if required, on Sunday. Give your boy a like, subscribe. For the algorithm, it helps a lot. We're trying to grow. We're on the road to 500 subs. Also, staying tuned for the off season. We're going to be following all the NBA news and live streaming. We're going to be doing a live stream show where we cover all the NBA news in the off season. There's a lot going on. There's rumors about where KD will be going next. KD will be leaving the Suns. It's already been decided, and he has dwindled his teams down to 3 teams that he would want to be traded to. His teams that he wants to be traded to are the Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs, and the Miami Heat. He's dwindled it down to 3 different teams, and those are his 3 teams. Russell Westbrook has opted out of his player option and is now a free agent. He will not re-sign with the Denver Nuggets, or maybe he will resign, but just decided to opt out maybe to get a bigger contract. We don't know. But it's also rumored that Russell Westbrook's preferred destination is the Miami Heat. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this offseason. We also have rumors that Giannis may want to leave the Bucks. Now, there's been back and forth reports with that, saying that maybe he wants to stay, maybe he wants to leave. We don't know. But it'll be interesting. There's a lot of teams that are really trying to vie for Giannis. We got New York. We got the Raptors. A lot of teams that will want Giannis. Also the Spurs.
Defensively, it is Thunder basketball. Already 8 steals, 3 block shots.
Jalen Williams hits the and 1 free throw. Thunder up by 13. Just a little bit over 7 left in the second quarter. Halliburton. Obi Toppin has the ball. Pacers have 5 to shoot. Halliburton has to shoot. Jump shot misses way. That was a bad miss. Alex Caruso with the rebound. Caruso to Jalen Williams. Back to Hartenstein. They're trying to get Jalen Williams on that cut. On the baseline cut, but it doesn't work. Ooh. Steal by Nesmith. Okay, see with another turnover. Tyrese Halliburton being guarded by Lou Dort. Looks for that switch to get the switch that he wants. Finally gets it. He's being guarded by Hartenstein. Oh, they got 5 seconds to shoot. Nesmith at the shooter. Nesmith gets a foul, but it's before he shot. So they will get the ball out of the ball inbounded out the sideline. The OKC defense is really switching. They're bringing a double, and then that double is rotating. They're putting a lot of pressure on Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, another turnover, it looks like. Oh, almost another turnover. Neesmith has the ball on the ground. They're fighting for it. Jump ball. Yeah, it looks like he wasn't there for more than 3 seconds. In the paint. OKC's defense is doing a good job of blitzing, but rotating. As soon as they get that pressure, they're getting that first look of pressure, and then they're rotating back to their man. Just enough pressure to be able to make that guy make a mistake. It's almost like false pressure that they're bringing to with the ball handler. They'll bring it for a couple seconds, and they want that guy to rotate back, able to get back to his man, because they know that the Indiana Pacers will get that ball out quickly. Right now, we got a jump ball. Neesmith, Harkenstein. Demhard tries to shoot. Air ball goes out of bounds. OKC will get that ball back. Indiana has 11 turnovers. OKC has 3. Jalen Williams drives to Harkenstein. SGA is back in the game. Alex Caruso. SGA takes the screen. He's being guarded by Siakam. Oh, tough shot. He banks it. Oh, nice. Not a bank, sorry. Mid-range shot. 7-0 run for OKC for the last 3 minutes. Turner gets fouled. Ooh, Isaiah Harkenstein looks like he's hurt. Both Miles Turner and Isaiah Harkenstein pull up limping. Man, that shit is putting in work, man. I ain't gonna lie. Being guarded by Pascal Siakam. Looks like he had no space, but somehow found a little bit of space. That footwork, man. It's that footwork. Miles Turner hits his first free throw. Shout out to Tyran. Shout out to Taran. Shout out to R. Hallie playing bad breaks my heart, not gonna lie. Yeah, man. But honestly, though, it looks like right now Halliburton, he has some sort of issue with his right leg. Halfway through the first quarter, he went to the locker room and his right leg was being taped up. It looks like they had ice on it. So it looks like he's having some sort of muscle strain or something. And I think it's affecting his shooting as well. Oh, SGA. Back to Chet. Looks like Chet wants to shoot that 3, but doesn't. Mid-range instead. Misses. Pacers get that rebound. But yeah, it honestly just looks like Halliburton's not entirely healthy. I think he also had some issues with his leg before the game as well. He's been having some sort of strain issues, something like that.
He goes in. It's a push-up, yes, in my opinion. But you understand why they don't make that call. He's getting that off. And if you really slow it down, there was a trick there.
Man, right now, it's just been a game of just turnovers for Indiana Pacers, man. Indiana Pacers already with 11 turnovers. Not looking good. Siakam inside to Nembhard. Nembhard gets that layup. Jalen Williams has the ball for OKC. Gets that screen by Chet. Jalen Williams back to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams to the rack. Gets fouled. Foul on Miles Turner. Miles Turner has 2 fouls. Jalen Williams will head to the free throw line again.
4 players are sitting on that paint. But right now, you get Shea in the air like this, jump into him. Right? Get the free throws, but get a foul for him. And I'm not talking about something like a non-basketball play. I'm saying he's in the air. You can create that contact and get a possible layup.
I mean, despite the fact that Indiana Pacers aren't playing well, you know how Indiana does it, man. They can come back in the game at any time.
It was perfect the other night, 10 for 10.
They just need a couple good plays, string along some momentum together. They can hit a couple threes, and they could be back in that game within no time. But right now, so far, it's really just been Indiana Pacers creating a lot of defensive pressure. Sorry, okay, Oklahoma City Thunder's creating a lot of defensive pressure, creating a lot of turnovers, and so far they've been able to capitalize off that. And on top of that, OKC's had some great bench play off their bench offensively so far. So whenever OKC can be able to extend that lead comfortably with their players getting some rest on the bench, it's not looking good for the Indiana Pacers.
Let's hope they're young.
Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. Let me know who you got winning Game 5 of the NBA Finals. You got OKC or the Indiana Pacers. Put it in the chat.
When you're playing 100 games to try and win a championship, you better be able to heal quick.
Well, the two All-Stars once again playing so well. In other words, Siakam is leading.
Game 4. Just these balls, they have everyone holding their breath. This one especially. Those plays, you feel
My day. There's a video on Twitter of SGA signing autographs. And in that one clip, this guy, before the game, signs over 429 autographs, man, before the game. This dude, SGA, is a saint, man. Obi Toppin for 3. Misses. Ooh. Holmgren gets a rebound, but gets smashed by Siakam. Ooh, Chet Holmgren's on the ground. Looks like that hit him kind of hard. Siakam gets a foul.
was initially up, has to come back down
Ooh.
about 15 feet, and you see Siakam knock the ball back.
Yeah, Siakam knocking the midair off balance. Yeah, think about Chet Holmgren, man. He needs to add a little bit more muscle because being that tall and lanky, there's only so much impact you can take. Chet Holmgren for 3, misses. Yeah, but Chet Holmgren has to. Somebody got to get him on some sort of meal plan, man, to increase that strength. Ooh, Toppin tries to go up, gets blocked by SGA. Aaron Neesmith blocked by Holmgren. Neesmith shoots in and out. Lou Dort with the rebound. Lou Dort's bringing it up. Lou Dort coast to coast. Jalen Williams for 3. Money. If I'm Indiana, I want to call a timeout soon. It's not looking good, broski. Andrew Nembhard driving. Gets to Toppin. Inside. Slams it down. Jalen Williams to the rack. Misses their layup. Halliburton to Toppin. Siakam gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. He thought he was fouled. Chet Holmgren to the lane. Gets his own rebound. Gets a layup in. Right now, OKC 54. Pacers 38. Oh, Toppin. Toppin tries to go. Misses the layup. The ball is bouncing everywhere. Goes out of bounds. OKC gets that ball back. And Chet right now, he's playing some great defensive balls, getting his own rebounds. He's doing a whole lot right now. I'm telling you, man, if Chet put on some muscle, he's going to be scary, man. If Chet puts on some muscle like how Giannis put on some muscle, Chet Holmgren might be a real problem, man. OKC gets the ball. SGA is bringing the ball up. He's being guarded by Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard called for a foul. Right now, Thunder's in the bonus.
Games can get away from you when you're playing the OKC Thunder.
Oh, man, OKC right now, they're looking extremely dominant right now. SGA with 11 points right now. Hits the first bucket.
And for Indiana, this is a big 2 minutes. You've had a tough first half, and you clean this up and cut about 6 points off this lead.
On the bench.
Halliburton's on the bench. Halliburton has not scored yet. It looks like that right leg is really, really hurting. Shout out to Hakuna Matata for following, man. Appreciate the follow. SGA's had a tough game. Tyrese Halliburton's had a tough game so far. Crowd Crowd in OKC is chanting MVP to SGA. Y'all don't gotta chant MVP, man. He already won it. TJ McConnell and Benedict Mathurin are in for Indiana Pacers. Nembhard to Turner. Back to Nembhard. He's looking for that screen. Nembhard and one. Nembhard fought hard in that paint to get that and one. He was being guarded by Alex Caruso. That was some tough defense, but he still found a way to get that and one in the paint.
Nembhard has been impressive. Not just this postseason, but even going back to last postseason. The physicalness in which he can drive. We know about his shooting stroke. It improves in the postseason, but he has the ability to play through contact and defend at a high level.
We talked about being a good defensive position. I thought Holmgren and Caruso were sensational. That part just tougher.
Nembhard 7 points.
Block yellow goofy.
Gilgeous Alexander double team. Mason Wallace lines it up.
Oh, Pascal Siakam steals it from Chet Holmgren. Mathurin gets fouled by Caruso again. I think that might be Caruso's third.
Caruso clearly annoyed.
This is just in transition. This is where Matherin's at his best. Young, athletic, likes to get out and run, but there wasn't much there.
Benedict Mathurin, shout out to him, man. He's from Montreal, just like Lou Dort.
He's sitting on the bench in the final 2 minutes, and he only has one foul. So I'm starting to wonder, even if you're trying to come back, go back there, get some.
Benedict Mathurin misses his first free throw.
This way, much more than one more thing.
Oh, well, we got a couple more hours left.
It's not looking good for Tyrese Halliburton, man. It looks like that right leg is really affecting him right now.
On the bench, keep a close eye on that leg. It didn't seem to be bothering him when he returned.
Looks like that leg is bothering him. Mathurin misses both free throws. Pacers get that rebound. Pascal Siakam for three. Misses. SGA gets the rebound. Ooh, SGA. Oh, he gets blocked by Siakam. Mathurin misses the layup. He was looking for the foul. Refs don't call it. Wiggins has the ball right now. Wiggins pulls up for three. Corner. Miss. Bradley has the ball. Gets blocked by SGA. That's SGA's second block of the game. Another block by SGA, but he gets called for a foul. Bradley will go to the free throw line.
I love to see Tyrese Halliburton.
SGA has been playing great defensively too. Yeah, I think he has 2 blocks already, man. That's MVP, man. When you're playing on both sides of the floor, putting in work. SGA has 13 points. 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. I think that's 2. It should be 2 blocks. Tyrese Halliburton is checking back in for the Indiana Pacers. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. I appreciate it. Give your boy a like for an algorithm, man. It definitely helps. Like, follow, subscribe. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals remaining. Game 6 on Thursday and Game 7 on Sunday if required. We're also going to be covering tons of news in the offseason as well. So be sure to be here for those live streams in the offseason. We're going to be covering all the NBA news as it comes out. And we may do the NBA draft, depending on how I'm feeling. Y'all care about the NBA draft, man? Y'all care about Cooper? We already know who got the number 1 pick. Dallas. SGA being double teamed. Gets it back to Carson Wallace. Carson Wallace for 3. Money, wide open. We got 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Right now, OKC leads by 15. Nembhard to Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton gets a cut to Siakam. Gives it to Mathurin. Mathurin tries to shoot it, goes in and out. Oh man, this game, this ball's going everywhere, man. We got a mismatch. We got Pascal Siakam. Tyrese Halliburton for three. Miss. Benedict Mathurin with the rebound. And gets it underneath. Benedict Mathurin with 7 points. 5 seconds to shoot. OKC will have that last shot of the game. SGA, long three. Miss. So that is the end of the first half. OKC leads 59-45. The Indiana Pacers are down by 14 right now. Man, right now SGA and Williams, Jalen Williams have 29 points. Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton only have 10 points combined. 10 points combined, sorry. I don't think Tyrese Halliburton has scored yet. Right now he's at a plus minus of -16 right now. I think that leg is definitely affecting him. He has 2 assists, but right now he has 0 points. Pascal Siakam has 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. So Pascal Siakam, as usual, is doing the heavy lifting for the Indiana Pacers. Pascal Siakam is consistently scoring 20 points per game, getting those rebounds, keeping the Pacers in the game. And without Pascal Siakam, I don't think the Pacers would have made it this far. Mr. Consistent, definitely underrated. You're getting a lot of scoring off the bench, or a lot of contribution off the bench for the for the Indiana Pacers as well. Obi Toppin with 2 points off the bench. Tony Bradley with 2 points off the bench. TJ McConnell with 5 points. Benedict Mathurin has 7 already. So you're getting some good contribution for the Indiana Pacers off of the bench. But really right now, it's those turnovers that were killing them. Those 11 turnovers in the first half. Oklahoma City Thunder was able to capitalize on every single one of those turnovers. Oklahoma City Thunder also got a lot of scoring off of their bench, a lot of production right away. You had Andrew Wiggins scoring off the bench, Cason Wallace scoring off the bench. Those two barely scored in game 4, and in game 5, Aaron Wiggins has 9 points. Cason Wallace has 9 points already. Alex Caruso only has 2 points so far. In game 4, Alex Caruso had 20 off the bench. Alex Caruso could easily blow up in this game as well in the second half and extend that lead even further. Oklahoma City Thunder, in my opinion, Indiana Pacers have done, even though they've committed a lot of turnovers, they've done a good job of hanging in the game relatively. They're only down by 14 right now, but realistically, the Oklahoma City Thunder could have extended that lead to 20. It would just, there's a couple plays that didn't really go their way, but that lead could easily be 20 or 20 something points, 20 plus points. Right now we have SGA with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block so far in the game. Lou Dort hasn't scored, but he has a plus minus of 19. Isaiah Hartenstein 3 points. Jalen Williams has 16 points, and we got Chet Holmgren with 7 points as well. Yeah, right now Oklahoma City has a pretty comfortable lead. All they need to do is continue the defense right now. It looks like they also have the advantage of Tyrese Halliburton not being 100% healthy. He's had some issues with that right leg. It looks like he's had some strain issues. It looks like before the game, there's reports of him having some strain issues throughout the playoffs. But it looks like those issues are really starting to hurt him now. Tyrese Halliburton left midway through the first quarter and went to the locker room. Had to get his leg taped up. I think they put some ice on it or something of that nature. But Tyrese Halliburton is definitely being affected by whatever is happening with that leg. He has not scored at all. He has 2 assists. But it looks like that's really starting to affect what's going on with the Indiana Pacers, because Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam are usually ones that are leading scoring or contributing the most. And right now, the Indiana Pacers only have 10 points with Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam combined. Sean says no locker code. What does that mean? What does locker code mean? Shout out to Harold Du, shout out to Josh, shout out to Hudson, shout out to Tata, shout out to Sean, shout out to William Felix. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Give your boy a like for the algorithm. It helps a lot. We're trying to grow, man. We're on the road to 500 subs, 500 followers, all that. NBA 2K25 locker code. Bro, I haven't played 2K in a minute, man. I don't even know what you're talking about. Shout out to Rob. But I don't know. Maybe I might buy 2K26 though. I don't know. I haven't played 2K in a minute, man. I got beef with a lot of these sport game companies, bro. I had beef with EA, beef with 2K, man. Y'all barely change the game from year to year, man. I'm not shelling out 70, $80 every single year for the same shit. But it's been a minute since I've played 2K. Maybe I might get 2K26. Usually comes out in summertime, right? Shout out to Rob, shout out to Josh, shout out to everybody who's watching, man. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals moving forward. We're going to be streaming Game 6 on Thursday. We're going to be streaming Game 7, if necessary, on Sunday. And we're going to also be covering all the news that's going to be coming off in the offseason. There's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA offseason right now. We got KD, who's going to be traded. He's dwindled down his preferred destinations to 3 teams. So it looks like KD wants to go to either the Miami Heat, he wants to go to the San Antonio Spurs, or the Houston Rockets. He's dwindled his teams down to 3 teams, as being reported by Shams Charania. So we will see. Before, it was also said that he would like to go to Minnesota Timberwolves. I could see KD playing with Anthony Edwards as well, but I guess we will see. We also have Russell Westbrook, who has declined his player option with the Denver Nuggets. So Russell Westbrook will most likely not be playing with the Denver Nuggets next season, but it's also reported that his preferred destination is the Miami Heat as well. The New York Knicks are still looking for their next head coach, and they will be interviewing former Sacramento Kings head coach Mike Brown, as well as a former Grizzlies head coach, what's his name, Taylor Jenkins, as well, sometime this week as well. They tried to interview a lot of other coaches as well. They tried to interview the Rockets coach. They tried to interview Jason Kidd, but all those teams turned it down. They will not allow the New York Knicks to be able to interview their coaches. I believe there was 4 separate teams that the New York Knicks wanted to coaches that the New York Knicks wanted to interview with, but all those teams turned it down. So there's a lot going on, man. A lot going on in this offseason. A lot of players going to be traded. It's being reported this might be one of the wildest off seasons in recent memory. We got the Boston Celtics, who might be blowing their team up as well. The Boston Celtics just got bought by a new owner. After they won the championship last year, they got sold into new ownership, and the Boston Celtics have been paying into the luxury tax for quite some time. So the Boston Celtics are going to trade a couple of players as well. It's already being said that Drew Holiday and Porzingis are going to be traded. Al Horford might be leaving the team as well. And there might be a couple other things that are going to be done to shake up that team. So the Boston Celtics are going to look completely different next year without Drew Holiday. Shout out to Epsi Shali, man. I appreciate the follow. Definitely appreciate that follow, man. Anybody who's watching, man, give your boy a like for the algorithm. Subscribe, follow. Anything helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. And we're going to be covering all this news. We're going to be live streaming after the NBA Finals. I might do the NBA draft as well, too. I don't know. Do y'all rock with the draft? Y'all want a live draft watch? We might do that as well. We already know Cooper Flag is going to be going number 1 overall. The Dallas Mavericks have the number 1 overall pick, conveniently, after they trade Luka. So we are going to see what goes on with the NBA draft. But Cooper Flag is the number 1 pick, and he is going to be projected to go to the Dallas Mavericks. So Dallas Mavericks, they lose one white boy and they get another one, man. They lose Luka and they get Cooper Flag. Shout out to them. Shout out to Kagome Asa. Kagome from Inuyasha? Is that Kagome from Inuyasha? Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Tata. Shout out to Harold Dew. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to William Felix, man. And shout out to Die Goes, man. Appreciate everybody who's watching. We're going to be streaming again every single game of the NBA Finals. Game 6 is going to be on Thursday. Again, something else to keep in mind right now, SGA has how much points? Let's see. Let's double check. SGA has 13 points right now, but Jalen Williams is leading all scorers for OKC with 16. Right now, SGA is on the brink of history. Through the first 4 games, he has scored. He is, I believe, 3rd all time in terms of NBA Finals scoring. I believe number 2 on that list was Allen Iverson, who had 35 points per game in the 2000 NBA Finals. Off the top of my head, I don't remember who number 1 was, but it was an older player, and it was in 1967, I believe, and he had like 41 points per game throughout the first 4 games. But right now, SGA is averaging 32 points per game through the first 4 games. He obviously had a pretty bad game in game 3, but so far, SGA is making history, man. He's a 3rd in terms of points per game through the first 4 games, 3rd all time right now. So the Oklahoma City Thunder, if they do win the NBA Finals, they will be closing off an all-time historic season. They had an all-time historic defense this season. And SGA obviously won the scoring title. He won NBA MVP. He won Western Conference Finals MVP. And if the Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA Finals, there's an 80% chance that SGA will also win NBA Finals MVP. So if the Oklahoma City Thunder do win the NBA Finals, this will be the first quadruple ever in history where somebody wins the scoring title in 1 year, NBA Finals MVP, NBA MVP, as well as the Western Conference Finals MVP. So that's something to keep in mind. They are on the brink of a historic season right now, so that's pretty dope if you look at it from SGA perspective. And if the Oklahoma City Thunder can close this out and win that championship, man, that's an all-time historic season for SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder. We may be looking at a potential dynasty, man. So it's something worth to keep in mind. So far, this game, if we talk about this game specifically, really the first half, the downside for the Indiana Pacers were those turnovers, man. In the first quarter, first half, they already have 11 turnovers. Oklahoma City Thunder was able to capitalize off all of that. And they've got a lot of scoring off the bench. So that's been very beneficial for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Casey Wallace with 9 off the bench. Aaron Williams with 9 off the bench. Those two, I believe, only had 2 points last game. Alex Caruso only has 2 points. Alex Caruso had 20 points last game and only has 2 this game. So Alex Caruso could easily blow up at any point. And we got SGA, Jalen Williams, and Chet obviously leading scoring. SGA has 13. Five assists already, 2 rebounds, 1 block. Chet Holmgren, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 4 rebounds, 7 points. And Jalen Williams has been a monster as well, too. Hey, Ghost is in this motherfucker, man. What's up, Ghost? What's going on, man? What is going on, Ghost? How you been? What's good, Ghost? I don't remember this, man. Shout out to username 2020. Shout out to Nate5254. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Harold Dude. Shout out to Die Goes. Shout out to everybody who's watching, man. I appreciate the likes. Shout out to Ghost, man. What's going on, Ghost? Who you got winning game 5 of the NBA Finals? Put it in the chat, man. Who do you got? Right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder lead. They're leading by 14 right now. It's been a game of turnovers for the Pacers, man. The Pacers have been committing a lot of turnovers so far. They have 11 turnovers. Right now, OKC only has 4. OKC, this game so far, have been looking extremely good defensively. They're looking like that #1 rated defense that they were the entire regular season. They've been putting a lot of pressure on the Indiana Pacers. They were causing a lot of turnovers early. Now, towards the end of the second half, Indiana kind of cleaned some of that up. But I think the big thing for Indiana right now is Tyrese Halliburton. It looks like that right leg injury for Tyrese Halliburton is really affecting him. Tyrese Halliburton has not scored any points so far. He has only 2 assists, and he has 1 rebound. He hasn't been able to make any of his shots drop, and a part of that you got to think is as a result of that leg injury right now. So you got the Pacers probably. Well, hopefully the Pacers can come back, man. I mean, they're down by 14, but we've seen them come back from down more than that. I personally think OKC is going to win this game. I think Indiana will win the next game at home. And I think it will go to a game 7. That's personally what I think. I think we're going to see a game 7 in this series. And you know, we love game 7s, man. We love a game 7 over here. So but let me know who you guys got winning game 5 of the NBA Finals, man. Put it in the chat who you got. And so far in the NBA Finals, who is your NBA Finals MVP? Right now, we're at halftime. Got some water, man. I don't know what it is, man. My mouth has been super dry today. I don't know what's going on. Got to keep that water next to me, you dig? But to anybody who just came in, man, I appreciate you watching. We're going to be streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. Game 6 Thursday. We stream every single stream. We start at 8 o'clock. We go into the pregame. We talk about the keys to the game. We break down the previous game in terms of stats, in terms of what happened. And then we get into the actual game once tip-off comes. To anybody watching, man, also like, subscribe, follow. We're also going to be covering all the NBA offseason news. There's going to be quite a lot of news coming. As I said before, KD has dwindled down his teams to his final 3 teams that he wants to be traded to, or his preferred destinations. We also got preferred destinations for Russell Westbrook. It looks like he wants to go to the Miami Heat. We got the New York Knicks interviewing for the next coach. They will be interviewing Taylor Jenkins, the former Memphis Grizzlies head coach. And we also got them interviewing Mike Brown, the former Sacramento Kings head coach and former coach of the year in, I believe, 2022. It was either 2022 or 2023. So we got a lot of different movement going on. It looks like the New York Knicks also requested to interview Ime Udoka, the head coach of the Houston Rockets. They also requested to interview the Dallas, I was about to say Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Mavericks head coach, Jason Kidd, but both teams turned him down. Oh, sorry, both teams turned down the New York Knicks request. They did not want the New York Knicks to be able to interview their coach. So we will see who the next coach of the New York Knicks is. Whoever gets that job, man, y'all know how the New York media is, man. The New York media are absolute sharks. You play good or you coach good, you play good one game, man, they treat you like the Messiah. You coach bad or play bad one game, they treat you like you're the worst thing in the world. So, you know, winning in New York, being a coach or a player in New York is a double-edged sword because you get both sides of it from the media. And obviously, it's the largest market in America. So, whatever it is, good or bad, it gets amplified more than any other region in the NBA. But, you know, it's New York, baby. New York, New York. So that job is always going to be attractive for a lot of people. But that New York Knicks job is never not going to be a tough job. Shout out to anybody who just started watching, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. Give your boy a like for the algorithm. Give me a follow, subscribe wherever you're at. Helps your boy out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. And I appreciate everybody watching, man. We're going to be also streaming in the off season as well for the NBA news. And we're also going to be streaming next year. We're going to be streaming all the games next year. I'll do polls and pick and choose which games we want to stream next year, depending on which games are available. You know, primetime games, obviously. But yeah, we're going to continue the streaming going on into next year, man. NBA season starts again, I believe, in October. So we'll be back for that. Tyrese Halliburton is a late bloomer, huh? Tyrese Halliburton is a grower, not a shower, huh? Because this guy always starts off the game slow, but finds some way to be able to end it. Be able to end it very hard. Pause. Shout out to Halliburton, though, man. Halliburton's a snow bunny whisperer, dog. Halliburton plays in the snow. All right. All right. Second half about to start. Let's go. Okay. Let's update that clock. Oh. So this is reporting on Tyrese Halliburton's leg. It looks like he's still fighting through that right leg injury, but it's affecting him quite a bit. They're reporting that he did not look good coming out of that locker room. Backcourt violation for the Indiana Pacers. OKC will get the ball. Shout out to Elena Marie Gonzalez. Shout out the hoodie from the 601. Which city is the 601, man? Let me know. SGA, mid-range. Money, man. That shot is automatic. Ooh. Automatic. SGA has 15 points. Tyrese Halliburton has the ball. To Nembhard, back to Hallie. To Siakam in the corner. He's being guarded by Isaiah Hartenstein. Pascal Siakam drives to the basket and gets fouled by Hartenstein. That is Hartenstein's third foul.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam. Maybe it's that left hand that they're saying again, not too much there. But again,
Pascal Siakam will shoot 2. He hits the first one. Shout out to Papi Chulo. Shout out to Venius, man. I appreciate everybody who's watching, man. Like the stream, subscribe, follow, anything helps your boy out. We're on the road to 500 subs. Let's get it. Right now, the OKC Thunder have been dominating this game defensively, offensively so far. They've been causing a lot of turnovers, and they've been capitalizing on all of that. There's also been a lot of good scoring off the bench for OKC so far. Alex Caruso has the ball. He's bringing it down. Being guarded by Pascal Siakam. Alex Caruso drives to the basket. Gets blocked by Siakam. Lou Dort gets the rebound. SGA has the ball right now. A to shoot. SGA mid-range. Mid-range is short. Indiana gets the rebound. Halliburton has the ball. He's being guarded by SGA. Gets it to Miles Turner. Gets it back to Tyrese Halliburton. Aaron Nesmith, wide open shot. Money. Indiana Pacers look like they're coming back. Getting some good ball movement. And getting some defensive stops. To Lou Dort. Lou Dort for three. Lou Dort banks that three. It looks like it was about to miss, but he banks that in. OKC leads by 14 again. And it's going to be uphill battle for Indiana, but they've done this plenty of times before. Siakam being guarded by SGA. Pops it out. Miles Turner, corner three, wide open. Money. Indiana Pacers are getting a lot of wide open looks from three. Looks like they're adjusting to that defensive rotation. Oh. We got a blocking foul on Nesmith. And what Indiana is doing is great because they know that OKC keeps rotating and they keep trying to bring a double or trying to blitz to whoever has the ball. They essentially keep moving that ball out wide, and every single time they do that, and every time OKC rotates, there's always going to be one person wide open from three. And they've been capitalizing on that. They've hit 2 threes back to back. Halliburton gets the rebound. Chet Holmgren misses that last shot. OKC up by 11. Pascal Siakam guarded by Alex Caruso right now. Pascal Siakam wants a foul, but he misses. SGA has the ball right now. He's being guarded by Siakam. He gets a switch. He gets Miles Turner on him. Oh, he gets doubled. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. They're trying to decide if it's OKC or Pacers ball. Holmgren wanted a foul, but they're not giving it. OKC gets the ball. Untaim says Indy's going to get the ball back. Indy's going to come back. I can feel it. Honestly, it feels like Indy's going to come back right now. Oh, Jalen Williams and one. Jalen Williams has been balling so far. I think he has 18 right now. Yeah, Jalen Williams is 18, man. Jalen Williams just cut to the basket. Indiana just fell asleep a little bit. Missed that cut last second. Drives to the basket. I think that was a foul on Aaron Nesmith. But Jalen Williams has come alive, man. When SGA and Jalen Williams both have good games together, man, OKC is extremely hard to beat. Even last game, the bench for OKC didn't necessarily play that well other than Caruso. But because Jalen Williams and SGA both were scoring like crazy, OKC was able to win that game, even though they shot terribly from three-pointer. They shot something like 18% from three-pointer. At one point, they were shooting less than 8% from three-pointer. Like, it was crazy, man. SGA is going to work on Siakam. Mid-range. Misses. OKC with another offensive rebound. Oh, post away. Oh, that ball was going everywhere, but Pacers found a way to get that ball. Siakam to the lane. Gets it in. OKC calls a timeout. On time says J-Dub player of the game so far. Absolutely. Right now, if OKC wins this game, man, you give that game ball to J-Dub, man. He's been going crazy. He already has 18, man. He has 19. Now, he's been that battery for OKC so far. SGA has a quiet 15 so far. But nah, J-Dub, whenever J-Dub is on point, OKC is usually winning that game. Shout out to Marcos Montes. Shout out to what is that? He said that the Luis MNT. What is that? Shout out, man. Who you guys got winning game 5 of the NBA Finals? Look at me, man. I'm tired as hell. Game 5 of the NBA Finals, man. Put it in the chat. And who do you think is NBA Finals MVP so far? On the Pacers side, if the Pacers win, who do you give NBA Finals MVP to, man? Do you give it to Pascal Siakam or do you give it to Tyrese Halliburton? Now, even though Tyrese Halliburton has won that game winner in game 1, and usually is a person to be able to close that game out at the end, because usually Tyrese Halliburton has a slow start, but then ends up closing the game out towards the end. But if you're going to go in terms of consistency, man, Pascal Siakam has been the more consistent player throughout the NBA Finals for the Indiana Pacers. So who do you give it to? Because Pascal Siakam won Eastern Conference Finals MVP over Tyrese Halliburton. So if you're a Pacers fan and the Pacers end up winning the finals, man, who do you give that NBA Finals MVP to? Do you give it to Pascal Siakam? Do you give it to the person who's always consistent defensively, offensively, on the rebound boards, everything? Who will give you 20 plus points per game every single game? Or do you give it to the guy who's hitting those game winners, who starts slow but ends strong? Shout out to Backwood King. That's a crazy name, yo. Backwood King.
I remember those.
Right now, OKC leads by 12. Let me update the scoreboard. It is not. It's like halftime. We are in the third quarter, my guy. We are in the third quarter. Let's take a look at some of the team stats. Right now, OKC has 28 rebounds. Indiana Pacers have 32. So this is one of the few games where the Indiana Pacers so far have been leading on the boards. OKC has 6 turnovers. Indiana has double the turnovers with 12. OKC shooting 50% from 3-point. Indiana shooting 36.8%. And OKC shooting 42% from the field, while Indiana shooting 36%. Again, big story from this game, at least in the first quarter and towards the end of the second quarter, is those turnovers. OKC has been able to capitalize off all of those Indiana Pacers turnovers. Right now, Indiana Pacers have 12. They had 11 in the first half. And in game 1, OKC was able to force 24 turnovers on the Indiana Pacers, but the Indiana Pacers were still able to stick around and keep it close. But this game, even though OKC is forcing a lot more turnovers, it looks like the Pacers have had a little bit harder of a time to be able to get back and keep that game close. But we all know that the Indiana Pacers come back in the fourth. That's when they really come alive. It's really a test of endurance when you're going against the Indiana Pacers, because they may play poorly for 3 quarters, but in that fourth quarter, they're going to turn that up. So for the Oklahoma City Thunders, it's, can you continue to dominate defensively? Can you continue to force turnovers? And can you close it out in the fourth quarter? If you can do that, then you'll be able to win this game. But if you get too complacent, if you get lazy, you could look at a couple possessions. Indiana starts hitting threes, and before you know it, it's a 2-possession game. SGA has the ball right now, being guarded by Neesmith. Looking for a switch. Gets it to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams for 3. Money. Jalen Williams. Give him the game ball, man. Jalen Williams is on fire right now. 22 points for Jalen Williams. SJ still has not scored yet. Sorry, Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton still has not scored yet. Turner gets fouled in the paint. He will go to the line. That is crazy. Tyrese Halliburton has not scored at all today. Right now, he has a plus-minus of -17. He has 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. But Tyrese Halliburton he's been a liability for the Indiana Pacers right now. Shout out to Izial Munoz, 963. Shout out to Revan Feldstein. Shout out to Pietro Rossi, James Sunuja. Appreciate everybody who's watching the stream, man. Give me a like for the algorithm. Subscribe, follow, anything helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. We will be streaming Game 6 of the NBA Finals on Thursday at 8 o'clock. And we will be streaming Game 7 on Sunday at 8 o'clock as well, if necessary. We're also on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, everywhere. So whatever your TikTok, obviously, so whatever your preferred platform is, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna be streaming on everything, man. And we're also gonna be streaming NBA news, breaking news, anything that comes out in the off season as well. So give your boy a follow, man. We're gonna be covering everything. Lou Dort for 3, misses. In the first couple of games, Lou Dort was money from 3, but he hasn't been able to hit any threes tonight. Pascal Siakam, guarded by Holmgren. Stolen by Caruso. Another turnover. He tries to alley-hoop it to Holmgren, but it gets knocked away. Pacers get the ball back, so that's another turnover for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton with the ball. Can he score? Can he break? Gets fouled by Holmgren. Tyrese Halliburton will go to the line. Go says, who do I think is going to win? I think OKC is going to take this game. I think it's going to go to 7. I think OKC will win at 7, but I think OKC takes this game. They'll go to Indiana. Indiana will win, tie at 3-3. And I think it'll come back to OKC for game 7. But I think that home court advantage is going to be enough for OKC to be able to take it in game 7. As soon as OKC won the last game and tied at 2-2, I think that changed the trajectory of the game, or trajectory of the series completely. I think there was a little bit of a shift in OKC. And then now with Tyrese Halliburton having this right leg injury, you know, you have one of your star players with a nagging injury. Even though you're a star player, sometimes you got to play through some of those injuries. It still does affect you, man. Even just small things like getting your shot off, not feeling as comfortable as you usually do, little stuff like that. When you're an athlete, these small injuries can affect your performance greatly, especially your mental. SGA. Oh, looks like they're fighting for the ball. Loose ball foul on who? Loose ball foul is being called, but Miles Turner. Okay.
But that's the rugby straw.
Looks like he almost had Chet Holmgren in a headlock. So right now, Miles Turner has 3 fouls. He's being subbed off. Obi Toppin will come in for him, and Bradley. This is Bradley's first start of the NBA Finals. Caruso launches a 3. Isaiah Hartenstein with a one-handed rebound. He gets fouled, and he will go to the line. The Pacers are not happy with that foul at all. Keep in mind, Rick Carlisle, the Indiana Pacers head coach, already has a technical. He got one in the first quarter. He looks like he's not happy with the reffing so far, but if he gets another tech, he will be ejected. Shout out to Ace Editor. Shout out to Jay Haster 210. Shout out to James Sinundra, Joseph, Junjam, Gleefer, Bankez, Aerosend, Pepsi. Put it in the chat, man. Who you guys got winning game 6 of the NBA Finals, man? Put it in the chat. OKC or Pacers? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? And who do you got as NBA Finals MVP so far? 12-point game. Even though OKC has been winning the turnover battle, Tyrese Halliburton gets blocked by Alex Caruso. Obi Toppin for 3. Obi Toppin gets it. Obi Toppin has been money from 3 anytime they need a spark off the bench and they're down by a lot. Obi Toppin has been that battery for them. And despite the turnovers with Indiana, which I believe they should have 12 right now. Yeah, Indiana has 13 turnovers, but it's still a pretty close game. It's still a 10-point game. Sorry, 11-point game. Jalen Williams will shoot 2 free throws. And Tyrese Halliburton now has 2 points. He's finally broken his scoring drought. But Jalen Williams has been the best player of the game so far. Jalen Williams has 24 points. SGA is on the bench right now, getting some rest. We got Lou Dort guarding Halliburton. Matthews driving to the basket, gets blocked. Wiggins gets the ball. Wiggins turns it over. Pacers get it back. Getting a little bit too excited, man. Obi Toppin for another three. Oh, in and out. Mathurin gets that ball back. Alex Caruso knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball again.
Let me say this, TV. That middle of the floor for both teams, when you're trying to bring it up in transition, that's a dangerous zone for both teams.
Oh, Obi Toppin for three again. Misses. OKC gets the rebound. Williams drives to the basket, left-handed layup, beautiful. Jalen Williams with 26 already. Jalen Williams has been the MVP of the game so far. Offensive foul. OKC will get that ball back. Great defense by Lou Dort. Another turnover. OKC leads by 13. OKC is also in the bonus. Any more fouls will get them to the free throw line. TJ McConnell essentially just bumps into Lou Dort. But yeah, Jalen Williams is balling right now, man. Absolutely balling. J-Dub, give him the game ball already, man. Give J-Dub the game ball, man. Shout out to Ken, shout out to Psycho, shout out to Ustin, shout out to Manu, Hugo, A11, Harvey Yumley, Kiki Gonzalez, RME. Appreciate anybody watching, man. Give your boy a like, man. It helps a lot in the algorithm. Subscribe, follow. We're going to be streaming Game 6 and Game 7 if necessary. Game 6 will be on Thursday. We start every stream at 8 o'clock. Put it in the chat, man. Who you guys got winning Game 6? I want to see who you guys got. Do you think the Indiana Pacers will be able to make a comeback, another miraculous comeback, and steal Game 5 in OKC? Or do you think OKC can close this one out and take a 3-2 lead in the series? Let me know and put it in the chat. And who do y'all think is NBA Finals MVP so far? For this game specifically, definitely J-Dub this is the MVP of this game. He will get the game ball. Shout out to 2H. Shout out to 2HHPO. Shout out to James Samudra. Who you got winning Game 6? Put it in the chat. Right now we got Jalen Williams with 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Right now, he is my MVP of the game. So far, he deserves the game ball. SGA, with a pretty quiet game so far. He started off pretty strong, but right now he only has 15 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. It's worth noting that SGA is third all-time right now for scoring through the first 4 games of the NBA Finals. Right now, he's averaging 32.7 points per game, which is third all-time in terms of the first 4 games of the NBA Finals, right behind Allen Iverson, who averaged 35 points per game in his first 4 games of the NBA Finals in 2000, when they eventually lost against the Los Angeles Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. So right now, SGA is doing something historic. We'll see how he finishes this game. Right now, he's resting on the bench. It looks like Oklahoma City have been able to adjust against what Indiana Pacers were doing defensively in Game 3 and in Game 4. And they've been able to find a counter for it. And right now, OKC got a little bit of a spark off the bench. Aaron Wiggins with 9 points off the bench. He hit 3 threes. Casey Wallace is the same. He hit 3 threes. And he also had 3 steals. So we had a couple bench players come in and provide a little bit of a spark. Alex Caruso defensively has been great. However, scoring this game has not been, as productive offensively. Only 2 points. But so far, you can't. If you're OKC, you can't be too bad. You just want to make sure that your players continue to maintain defensive intensity against the Indiana Pacers, not get too gassed, and be able to close this game out. You still got plenty of time left in the game. Indiana Pacers can definitely come back. There's more than enough time for them to come back. They came back down from way worse than down 14 points, so 14 or 15 points. So
All NBA All Defense, and he has been magnificent in his first NBA.
Okay, game's back. OKC is inbounding. Alex Caruso will bring the ball up for OKC. Gives it to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams to Wiggins. Wiggins off the glass. Misses. Pacers get the rebound. We just got 5 minutes left in the third quarter. TJ McConnell, nice fadeaway in the paint. Gets that bucket. 11-point game. We got Jalen Williams putting in some work. Gives it to Caruso. Caruso for three. In and out. Pacers with the rebound. Yeah, it looks like Pacers about to close that gap, man. I can feel the comeback already. TJ McConnell, another shot in the paint. That fadeaway in the paint. He hits it. Now it's only a 9-point lead. If I'm OKC, I want to take a timeout soon. Caruso's being guarded by Toppin. Gives it back to Isaiah Hartenstein at the top of the key. Jalen Williams gets the ball. We got Wiggins for three. That three. They get the rebound. Alex Caruso for three. Another miss. Pacers get the ball back. There's 4 minutes left in the third. And TJ McConnell gets that shot. Oh, another wide open layup. Oh my God. They cut it down to 7. Here we go again. Here we go again. We got a blocking foul on the Pacers. TJ McConnell comes off the bench and scores 6 straight points. And this is exactly what you need if you're the Indiana Pacers. We need somebody to come off the bench and give you that little bit of a jolt. Hasn't been Benedict Mathurin. Hasn't been Obi Toppin. But this time it's TJ McConnell. And he hits that fadeaway shot in the paint 2 straight times. OKC didn't have an answer for it. They have now cut the lead. So we can smell a comeback by the Pacers, man. Shout out to Daryl T. Shout out to Mike 208. Shout out to Kin. We can smell a comeback. SGA and Chet Holmgren come back in. Miles Turner is back on the floor as well. Andrew Nembhard back in. Jalen Williams has both free throws. And this is what the Pacers do, man. Obi Toppin in the lane. Oh, that's a tough layup. Left-handed, he gets it over Chet Holmgren. 6-point game. My broadcast is slightly behind the live score. That's usually how it goes. Jalen Williams. Oh, he misses the layup, but Chet Holmgren gets that and put that putback slam. OKC leads by 8. Oh. Foul called on Lou Dort. Lou Dort has his 3rd foul. Just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Man, that's a nice left-handed shot. He's being guarded by Chet Holmgren, so you need to go high as high as you can off the glass, and he's able to get that off. And looks like OKC, man, they've lost some of that defensive intensity. Right now, McConnell hits the bucket. Wide open 3. Somebody lost a shoe. Looks like Chet Holmgren lost a shoe. It's a 6-point game now. And if you're OKC, man, what you want? You want somebody to close this out. You want your star. You want that SGA. Oh, mid-range. Money. That mid-range, but from SGA is automatic, man. That shit is automatic. But it's still a close game. 2-possession game. Obi Toppin to the basket. They wanted to travel. But Obi Toppin. And this is Indiana Pacers, man. They're getting a lot of sparks off the bench right now. Oh. Looks like we're getting a jump ball. Andrew Nemhard and SGA tangled on the ground. And we're going to get a jump ball. Right now, it's a 6-point game. OKC was leading by as much as 14, and the Pacers were able to cut it by, honestly, it was mainly TJ McConnell coming off the bench, providing a spark. He scored 6 straight points, and then you got Obi Toppin also contributing as well. And if you're the Pacers, man, this is completely turned around because Tyrese Halliburton has only scored 2 points the entire game. You got your bench coming in contributing. So Tyrese Halliburton, even though he's having that right leg issue, he can easily come back off the bench and provide a spark for Indiana Pacers to be able to close this out, man. Because we already know that Tyrese Halliburton is that late game closer for the Pacers. Right now, Pascal Siakam is also getting rest on the bench as well. SGA misses a free throw. I think that might be his first missed free throw of the series.
TJ, I'm saying that was a poor jump ball. That's your fault. That's why I got the foul.
It's the second free throw. Just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. But it looks like right now the Pacers have the momentum. McConnell being guarded by Carson. By Carson Wallace. He misses. OKC gets the rebound. Halliburton drives to the lane. Oh, ball gets poked away. Siakam has it. McConnell. Left layup. Too easy. Like TJ McConnell just came off the bench and just scored 15 points. Unbelievable. OKC has had no answer. SGA gets fouled. He will go to the line again. OKC looks a little bit gassed. They've had no answer for TJ McConnell at all. TJ McConnell has provided the exact spark that the Indiana Pacers needed right off the bench. He scores 15 straight off the bench. OKC has had no adjustment for him. He's leading all scores for the Indiana Pacers off of the bench. In like 5 minutes, TJ McConnell has started to lead all scores for Indiana Pacers. Absolutely crazy. Shout out to Renzu. Shout out to Rabbit935, man. Shout out to anybody watching, man. Shoot a free throw for SGA edit. Shoot a free throw for SGA. As well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Shout out to Batchoy. Shout out to anybody who's watching, man. We're going to be streaming Game 6 of the NBA Finals on Thursday. SGA hits both free throws. TJ McConnell has the ball for the Pacers right now. Andrew Nemhard has it. Back to TJ McConnell. Mathurin, 3. Miss. Williams gets the rebound for OKC. SGA will bring the ball up. He's being guarded by Andrew Nemhard. SGA is trying to put the work on him. He's being guarded by TJ McConnell now. He gets that switch. Putting that post. They need to shoot. Another mid-range. Money. Oh my God. Like SGA is automatic with that mid-range, man. Too easy. And OKC has extended their lead again. Looks like they were getting a little bit nervous, but with SGA back on that floor, they looks like they're a little bit more calm than they were before. Ooh, TJ McConnell and 1. That mid-range again. Fouled by, it looks like, Alex Caruso.
TJ McConnell. He had 10 points, which was only his career high in the quarter. And now he's got 12. Looking back.
TJ McConnell with 18 points off the bench. If the Indiana Pacers win this game, TJ McConnell gets that game ball. Unbelievable. This guy's undrafted free agent too. Unbelievable. Shout out to JR, Lanky Young. Hits the and one. Wait, what? Another steal. Pacers get the rebound again. Oh, Nembhard throws it away. Looks like Indiana Pacers were going to be able to get another shot before the end of the quarter. OKC being a little bit careless. 15 seconds before the end of the quarter. Jalen Williams has the ball. Jalen Williams looks like he's going to take the last shot. Jalen Williams banks it. Hits that shot. Lead goes back up to 10. Benedict Mathurin wants to shoot that last shot. Gets blocked by SGA. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Nah, this game is getting interesting, man. Looks like OKC was going to allow the Indiana Pacers to be able to take momentum. But J-Dub, man. And somehow he makes that wild shot off the glass to extend that lead back to 10. Absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Shout out to Foosball. Shout out to Super.co. Shout out to Sarzu. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, man. But anybody who's watching the stream, man, I appreciate it, man. Give your boy a like, subscribe. It helps a lot in the algorithm. We're on the road to 500 subs. We're going to be streaming Game 6 on Thursday at 8 o'clock. All streams start at 8 o'clock, and we'll be streaming Game 7 potentially if there is one, or if there's a need for one on Sunday as well, too. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, man. I'll be right back. What's good, y'all? We back. Had to take a quick bathroom break. Right now, OKC leads by 10. They're able to extend that lead back up to 10 just before the end of the third quarter. We are now heading into the fourth. Indiana Pacers were able to close that gap. OKC was leading by as much as 14 points, but we had a huge spark by TJ McConnell off the bench for the Indiana Pacers. He scored 18 straight points. And for the Indiana Pacers, this is much needed, man. In a game where Tyrese Halliburton is having that issue with his right leg, he's had a plus minus of -10, and Tyrese Halliburton has only scored 2 points. Both of those points have come from free throws. It's a spark that the Indiana Pacers needed, man. Indiana Pacers really much needed the spark from TJ McConnell. We are now going into the fourth quarter. Let's look at the team scores right now, man. OKC has 35 rebounds. Indiana Pacers had 39 rebounds, and those 39 rebounds are extremely important. That's been able to give OKC the Indiana Pacers a couple other looks and be able to extend some of those plays. Right now, OKC has 10 turnovers. Indiana Pacers have 15. OKC shooting 41% from 3-point. We got Indiana shooting 34%, and we got OKC shooting 43%, while Indiana shooting 41%. So that defensive that lineup from the Indiana Pacers provided the much needed spark. TJ McConnell, Obi Toppin. Ooh, Pascal Siakam corner 3. Leads cut down to 5. Ghost says, do you think Hallie's going to come back in the game? I think Hallie might come back in the game up towards the end. SGA with a nice left-handed layup. Yeah, this game's getting close, man. This game's it's going to be a seesaw from this point now. McConnell inside. Oh, McConnell gets called for a travel. OKC gets that ball back. Right now, it's just a game of momentum, man. TJ McConnell was able to provide a spark off the bench. Looks like OKC has a different lineup out there right now. Let's see if they can adjust. But this is what the Indiana Pacers do, man. Like, anytime you get comfortable, anytime you're not able to adjust defensively, or you just sleep at the wheel, the Indiana Pacers will kill your ass, man. And this is what they do. OKC was leading by as much as 14, and they cut that gap to 7 points now. Wiggins, 3, money. OKC leads by 10 again. So if OKC wants to win this game, man, they're going to have to be defensively strong. Oh, Eric Carlisle, Indiana Pacers call a timeout. If OKC wants to win this game, man, it has to be defensive pressure, man. Right now, if you're OKC, you look at this like, listen, man, Tyrese Halliburton is not out there. We just have to make sure that we can guard Pascal Siakam, make sure Obi Toppin and TJ McConnell don't get hot, and you can close this game out with the win, man. So if I'm the OKC Thunder, I'm looking at this game like, hey, we got this in the bag. We just got to make sure that we close strong. Be able to maintain our lead, man. No silly mistakes, no turnovers, and we can win this game. But yeah, it doesn't. So far, it doesn't really look like Halliburton may come back in the game for a couple of minutes. I don't know. It looks like that right leg injury is really affecting him, honestly. Since the beginning of the game, Halliburton has not looked like himself at all. You can tell that injury has been affecting him quite a bit. It is. But who y'all got winning this game? Do you think the Pacers will be able to come back and win this game? Do you think they'll be able to steal another one in OKC? Shout out to Harold Dew. Shout out to homie from the 601. Shout out to Tay Banks. Appreciate anybody who's watching this stream, man. Like, subscribe, follow. It helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 500 subs. And we're going to be live streaming every single game of the NBA Finals. We will live stream the next game on Thursday at 8 o'clock. We're going to be starting all the streams at 8 o'clock. And we'll be streaming Game 7 if necessary as well, too. I want to know who you guys got for NBA Finals MVP so far.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Right now, it's a pretty evenly matched game. It started with the Indiana Pacers committing a lot of turnovers at first. We had 11 turnovers in the first half for the Indiana Pacers. OKC was able to create a lot of turnovers and be able to capitalize on that. And then OKC's bench came out, man. They came out with a strong start. They've been pretty quiet in the second half so far. And it's been mainly Jay Williams, man. J-Dub, man. 29 points. He's been going crazy. SGA with a quiet 24. But it looks like so far SGA will crack another 30, which is going to be crazy. But yeah, so far strong performances from Jalen Williams, from SGA. Chet Williams has been a little bit more quiet, but he's been good on the rebounds. 8 rebounds so far. Lou Dort has been quiet as well. Usually he's had a couple from 3. So far he only has 3 points, but he's in a little bit of foul trouble. I believe he has 3 personal fouls. And then Alex Caruso has been a little bit quiet too. Only 2 points off the bench. Meanwhile, Aaron Wiggins has 12 points off the bench, and Casey Wallace has 9. Me too, man. I hate when teams do timeouts when they're about. Yeah, honestly, I don't understand what we're like the timeouts between free throws. I understand because it's like, yo, like it's not that important. But the timeouts, like the TV timeouts between scores like this, man, I really don't like this shit at all. I think the free throw is the perfect time to take a timeout, you know, shoot one free throw, take a timeout, let him shoot the other free throw, or take a timeout, let him shoot both free throws. But, you know, the required ads between like in the game, bro, this is just unnecessary. Ruins the flow of the game. We got the NBA draft on June 25th. Y'all think I should live stream the NBA draft? We got Dallas Mavericks with the #1 pick. Cooper Flag is expected to go to the Dallas Mavericks. They lose Luka. It looks like they get Cooper Flag. What do y'all think? Y'all rocking with the NBA draft? All right, Tyrese Halliburton's back in the game. Again, Tyrese Halliburton has 2 points tonight. His right leg has been hurting him, but you know how Tyrese Halliburton does it, man. He can get hot at any moment. There's 10 minutes left in the game. Oh, Pacers inbound the ball. Siakam has the ball right now. Siakam to the basket, easy. That was a mismatch. SGA has the ball. This OKC crowd looks a little nervous, man. SGA has the ball. Shot clock to 9. Chet Holmgren. Oh. Pacers ball. Looks like they're trying to inbound that quickly. They don't want him to. Oh. OKC's going to challenge. So it looks like that ball was knocked out of bounds. Chet saying that it was knocked out by the Pacers. Pacers tried to inbound it quickly. And I think Chet Holmgren's right. Indiana Pacers were smart. They tried to inbound that ball quickly so that the OKC couldn't challenge it, but the OKC got the challenge off in time. But it looks like that will be overturned and the OKC will get the ball back. Shout out to anybody who's watching, man, regardless of what platform you're on, man. Give your boy a like, follow, subscribe. It helps me out a lot in the algorithms, man. We're a small account. We're trying to grow. We're on the road to 500 subs, 500 followers. So I really appreciate any love we can get. Even just liking the stream helps a lot. Shout out to HH. Shout out to anybody who's watching, man. I appreciate all the likes. Again, like I said before, we will be live streaming every single game from the NBA Finals. We will be live streaming again on Thursday at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern. And then we will also be doing a Game 7, which would be on Sunday if necessary. So we will see what happens. So far, we have Jalen Williams leading scoring for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He has 29 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. SGA is not too far behind him with 24 points, 7 assists, 2 rebounds. Chet Holmgren has 9 points, 9 rebounds. We got Aaron Wiggins with 12 points off the bench, Carson Wallace with 9 points off the bench, and Alex Caruso with 2. And for the Indiana Pacers, we have Pascal Siakam leading all scorers with 19 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Aaron Nesmith has 9 points, Miles Turner has 11, Andrew Nembhard has 7. Tyrese Halliburton has only scored 2 points throughout the entire game. He's been having issues with his right leg. In the first quarter and even before the game, they were talking about his right leg injury. In the halfway through the first quarter, he left and went to the locker room, came out with ice wrapped around his right leg. So it looks like he's been having that right leg injury that's been bothering him, but he's still been contributing in other ways. Tyrese Halliburton has 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and those 2 points that he has were off of heading to the free throw line. So he has not made a field goal the entire night. Benedict Mathurin, 7 points off the bench, and then TJ McConnell. If the Indiana Pacers do come back and win this game, TJ McConnell should get that game ball. He came off the bench and provided a spark for the Indiana Pacers, 18 points straight, and was able to cut that lead from 14 all the way down to 6 points at his lowest. OKC was able to get the extend the lead back a little bit more. Right now, they lead by 8. We got just over 10 minutes left in the first quarter. We will see, man. Even though they're down by 8, it could be anybody's game. OKC can still close this out. But the Indiana Pacers, you know how they do. Tyrese Halliburton's on the floor. They could easily hit a couple shots and be able to close that gap once more and be able to steal another game in OKC. So who you guys got winning this game, man? Does OKC come back? Does the Indiana Pacers come back and will steal another game in OKC, or can the Thunder close this game out? So the challenge is successful. Tyrese Halliburton was last to touch it, so the Oklahoma City Thunder will get that ball back. Pascal Siakam tried to grab that ball quickly and inbound it so they couldn't challenge. That's smart on Pascal Siakam. These guys want to win, man. They want to win. They want to win. Oh, turnover anyways. Pascal Siakam slams it down. That is a terrible turnover for OKC. What the hell are they doing? They're putting a lot of defensive pressure on OKC right now. Wiggins gets fouled. He will go to the line. Just under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That was a bad inbound pass by SGA. SGA tried to get it to Chet Holmgren, overthrows it. Pascal Siakam steals it and slams that shit down in the lane.
2 fouls on Siakam. Another good game off the bench for Wiggins.
And when the game is this close, you know how the Indiana Pacers do it, man. You can't have small mental mistakes like this, man. You got to be on point. Right now, Wiggins will shoot 2 free throws. He hits the first. Isaiah Hartenstein and Jalen Williams come back in. Chet Holmgren goes back to the bench.
Comes back in. I was making the point just a couple of possessions ago that Chet doesn't get the separation per se on the screening action that Hartenstein does. The Indiana Pacers have picked up their defensive pressure. You have the ability to get Shea loose off that initial screen.
All right. Tyrese Halliburton has the ball. He's being guarded by Lou Dort. Bradley in the lane. And that's a nice pass by Halliburton. Halliburton with his 5th assist. Cuts it to 6. Oh, goes Alexander drives to the lane. Gets blocked. Wiggins tries to shoot for 3. He misses. Pacers with the rebound. Oh, Pacers, I don't know how they're doing this. Pascal Siakam will go to the line. 6-point game. They were leading by as much as 15, and it's now a 6-point game. This is wild. Indiana Pacers look like they're about to do another comeback, man. Back from the dead again.
That timing, that length, those instincts, and that one of the most dangerous transition guys attack the body. And again, that length of court because it gives him a chance for the end. Get it in.
Now, Pascal Siakam has been pretty bad from free throw. Let's see if he hits both. He hits the first one. We got Case and Walls coming back in for Wiggins. Pascal Siakam with 22 points.
This is second year in Indianapolis. 2 magnificent trades by Kenneth Pritchard, the president of basketball operations. It's Siakam from Toronto. And you get Halliburton from Sacramento. And it's turned this franchise around.
Pascal Siakam hits both free throws. It is now a 4-point game. From a 14-point lead to a 4-point game. And we got over 9 minutes left. Jalen Williams gets fouled. He will go to the free throw line. Driving to the lane. Gets fouled by Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin's on the ground for a bit.
Mathurin was putting so much pressure on him. It was a little bit.
Looks like Jalen Williams felt a little funny.
It wasn't what you see from Nimhart or Neesmith. He was just trying to apply pressure there.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If you're an OKC fan, you should be nervous. OKC looks strong for the first 3 quarters, but right now, man, it looks like they're mentally losing it a little bit.
They're tough. They've got strong playoff experience. They just keep fighting. 30-point game for Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams hits the first.
Oklahoma City did a better job leveraging their 2 best players down the stretch. You went a lot of Shea Gilgeous and Jalen Williams in 2-man action, trying to get the matchups you wanted. Already a better job getting Seattle from the basketball on the board.
With Bradley picks up his 3rd foul. The crowd loves Hartenstein here in OKC. And the thing about
Getting some of the social posts ready.
Possessions, even on the free throw line. Jay Dillon is a very good free throw shooter, and you still see Hartenstein out there battling as if he knows he's going to miss.
we've got screeners in the game, but Denmark gets away from it.
Okay. For the shoot, SGA. 3-pointer misses. 5-point game for OKC. 5-point lead. Tyrese Halliburton has the ball. SGA looks like he's being a little bit more aggressive. Nemhard, corner three. Misses. Siakam with the rebound. Siakam for three. Money. Oh my God. 2-point game. Jalen Williams drives. Oh. To SGA. SGA. Lou Dort. Jay Williams. Wide open three. Money. Oh, wow. This game is a goddamn seesaw, man. Oh. Stolen by Casey Wallace. Casey Wallace dunks it. Okay. OKC just extends that lead again. They lead back up by 7. Pacers take a timeout. Man, this game, within a couple possessions, it can change on either hand, man. OKC can make a couple good plays and cut that lead and extend that lead. Pacers can make a couple good plays and cut that lead, man. These two teams are so evenly matched. It just goes back and forth like a seesaw. The fact that the Pacers were down by as much as 14 and able to cut that lead in half and then cut it down to all the way to 2. But OKC, man, they just found a way to be able to make another turnover. Case and Walls forces a turnover and is able to extend that lead back up again to 7. So this is going to be a close game, man. Oh my days. This game is absolutely mud. Absolutely mud.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel.
I'm going to get those social media posts ready. While we're waiting, I don't want to miss a second of this. But right now, man, if I'm OKC, if OKC wins this game, game ball goes to Jalen Williams. If the Pacers win this game, game ball goes to TJ McConnell. Absolutely. Absolutely. Give it to TJ McConnell or Pascal Siakam. I would give it to TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell provided that spark off the bench. Jalen Williams has 33 points right now. Jalen Williams has been going absolutely crazy. SGA 24. Jalen Williams, 33 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Okay, let's see. Game back. Obi Toppin's back in the game. Obi Toppin was able to give a little bit of a spark off the bench. Case and Walls called for a hold. He was holding Obi Toppin's jersey. Yeah, that's an easy call, gang. That's an easy call. Mathurin misses it. Oh, who gets it? Lose ball foul on OKC. It's going back to the Pacers. Lou Dort has 4 fouls now. They're saying it's in the act of shooting for. Looks like they're trying to check SGA and Chet Holmgren back in. Miles Turner will shoot 2 free throws. Fans are chanting, "Ref, you suck." Miles Turner hits the first free throw. Nemhard will come back in. Benedict Mathurin goes back to the bench. Kason Wallace and Isaiah Hartenstein go to the bench. Chet Holmgren and SGA come back on. Miles Turner has 12 points. Hits a second free throw. 5-point game. SGA kicks it out to Lou Dort. Lou Dort for three. Money. 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Andrew Nemhard has the ball. He's being guarded by Jalen Williams. Miles Turner. Halliburton. Halliburton tries to lay up. Misses. What is it called? Looks like they're calling a foul on Chet Holmgren. That's a nice wide open three by Lou Dort. I'm not really sure how that's a foul. I don't know how that's a foul. I guess, well, Indiana got some free throws, man. He's grabbing the jersey. Tyrese Halliburton has 4 points. All points have come from the free throw line. 6-point game. Jalen Williams has the ball for OKC. These guys are getting physical, man. Williams banks it off the glass. Back up to 7. Tyrese Halliburton has the ball. Looking to get a little bit more aggressive. Nemhard being guarded by Lou Dort. Kicks it out. Steal by SGA. SGA. And 1. Thunder really trying to kill all of Indiana's momentum. Andrew Nemhard was trying to get that ball to Aaron Nesmith in that corner, but SGA picked that up and got that steal. And 1. But Jalen Williams, man, oh my days. Jalen Williams has 35 points. SGA has 27. So again, it's that twin-headed monster, man. A double-headed monster with SGA and Jalen Williams is going to seemingly lead OKC to that win. SGA hits the free throw. They're back up by 11. Tyrese Halliburton has the ball. He's trying to put work. Oh, another steal by SGA. Gets knocked away, another steal. There's a little bit under 6 minutes left. SGA has a rock. Mid-range. Oh, gets it to Williams. Williams in the paint. Ooh, high arcing layup. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Pacers take a timeout. So OKC just exploded, went on a 7-0 run over the last minute, and they have extended that lead back to 13. Crazy, man. At one point, it was a 4-point game, and they've been able to extend that lead all the way to 7 points, just off of turnovers, man. So let's see where this game is at right now for the team score. Oh my days! And this is the story of the game right here, man. Indiana started off with a lot of turnovers. They had 11 in the first half, and now they're at 19. So 19 total turnovers. Those two back-to-back turnovers, both steals by SGA, was able to extend that lead for Oklahoma City Thunder. Man, just under 6 minutes left. Tyrese Halliburton has been extremely quiet this entire game. Only 4 points, all points coming from free throws. Tyrese Halliburton has not hit a field goal the entire game. And, you know, Tyrese Halliburton is having a right leg injury, man, but you want to see a little bit more from your star player. Pascal Siakam is 26 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Pascal Siakam is having a phenomenal night, man. 26 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Like what more can you do to contribute to your team, man? You got TJ McConnell with 18 points off the bench for the Pacers. You got Obi Toppin with 9. Benedict Mathurin with another 7. So great contribution off the bench from your team. But with Tyrese Halliburton only having a 4-point game, man, it's extremely tough to win against OKC, especially when they're playing like this. Oh my God, another turnover. Oh my God. Another turnover. Another turnover. Another foul by Neesmith. Alex Caruso with a dive for the ball, be able to get that turnover. That's a hustle play, man. That's all hustle right there. He knocks the ball away. Nembhard tries to get it back to Siakam, knocks it away, and then dives for the ball. And this lineup right now, this lineup for OKC is their strongest defensive lineup, man. This has been that lineup that's been giving OKC tons of trouble with the turnovers. Jalen Williams misses the first free throw. Jalen Williams hits the second free throw, misses the first. Jalen Williams has 38 points. 38 points. Game ball goes to Jalen Williams if OKC wins. Right now, OKC has all the momentum. Oh, man, another turnover. Lou Dort presses another turnover. Halliburton gives up the ball. OKC has all momentum right now. Jalen Williams looks like he wants to shoot a three. Gets it back to SGA. SGA drives. Mid-range. Short, but he'll go to the line. Man, Jalen Williams is going crazy.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go. Someone's I see Pascal is trying to post up and maybe make yourself.
And right now, the OKC Thunder are looking like the very, very dominant on defense. SGA hits his first free throw. Right now, OKC leads by 14.
To Tyrese Halliburton here, even with that turnover.
38, 5-4. SGA has 29. So SGA is about to hit another 30-point game. Pascal Siakam drives, left-handed layup. TJ McConnell's on the bench. You wonder if they're going to bring TJ McConnell back in to provide another spark. If I'm the Pacers head coach, I might want to consider that. SGA has the ball. 15 to shoot. SGA looks like he wants to take that mid-range. Gets a shot up and misses. Chet Holmgren fell to the ground. I don't know how that happened. Halliburton, Obi Toppin, alley-oop. Now, this is where you want to slow it down if you're OKC, man. You do not want the Pacers to be able to come back. OKC leads by 12. Scoreboard is slightly ahead. Broadcast is usually slightly behind. Lou Dort for three. Money. OKC's leading by 15 again. Neesmith shoots a three. Ooh, responds with another three. Oh my God. Seesaw shit, man. Just under 4 minutes left in the game. Pascal Siakam knocks the ball loose, but Alex Caruso gets it back. Jalen Williams has it. He's being guarded by Aaron Neesmith. Jalen Williams. Oh. Falling away, fade. Oh my. Falling away, fade away. Jalen Williams, 40. Nembhard got blocked by SGA. Turnover. Obi Toppin gets the rebound. Blocked by Chet Holmgren. He will go to the line. Oh my God. Jalen Williams has 40. Jalen Williams has absolutely exploded on the night. Look at that move on Aaron Neesmith. Oh my God. Beautiful fadeaway. Jalen Williams is cooking right now, boy. Oh my God. That boy is a problem right now. That boy is a goddamn problem. OKC leading by 14 again. Jalen Williams game ball, man. And this is what you want to see from your star players, man. In the games, the biggest games where it matters the most, you want to see them put their mark on that game, and that's exactly what Jalen Williams is doing right now. Jalen Williams is exploited right now. SGA is having a good game too, but right now this is Jalen Williams' game, man, and this is why you need that A and that B. You need that second player to be able to come in, and when your star is having some trouble, be able to contribute, man. 40 points from Jalen Williams tonight, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Jalen Williams gets the game ball if OKC wins this game, man. Aaron Wiggins, 14 points off the bench. Casey Wallace, 11 points off the bench. SGA has 29 points, 10 assists, 2 rebounds, 4 blocks. Crazy. Absolute complete team effort from OKC. There's been a couple of moments where it looks like Indiana Pacers cut the lead down to as much as 4. And it looks like Indiana Pacers were about to steal the game with their momentum, be able to do another late comeback, but OKC found a way to be able to close that shit off, man. And they've been able to extend that lead back up to 14 again.
Okay. If you don't, this is the bad man. He knows everything on this court. The array of finishes, how he's able to get things done in such tight spaces. You don't have to take transition deep and take it.
And SGA with 4 blocks is crazy, bro. SGA has 4 blocks. That is nuts. Obi Toppin misses 1 free throw, hits the other. Just a little bit over 3 minutes left in the game. SGA brings the ball up for OKC. He's being guarded by Pascal Siakam. Oh, shoots for 3. In and out. Alex Caruso gets the rebound. TJ McConnell is back in the game for the Indiana Pacers. SGA put in work on Siakam. Tough layup, gets it to go. SGA just breaks 30. He has 31. That's another 30-point game for SGA. OKC is putting a lot of defensive pressure on the Pacers right now. Halliburton looks like he wants to shoot. They got 7 on the shot clock. To Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin for 3. Misses. What does that? Neesmith tip slam. That was crazy. No, for real, where did he come from? That's a good question. That's a crazy tip slam. This guy came out of nowhere and just tip slammed that shit back in. 2 minutes remaining. SGA has the ball. Being guarded by Neesmith. He's going to work. To Williams for 3. Misses. Gets it to TJ McConnell. OKC leads by 13. Gets it to Siakam. Siakam falls. OKC ball. So the Pacers turn it over again. Aaron Neesmith over Chet Holmgren and dunks that tip slam. That's a phenomenal play. Holy, bro. You jump over a 7'1" over the back and just tip slam that back in. Oh my days, yo. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. This game has been absolutely wild, man. This has been a seesaw. Shout out to anybody who's watching on whatever platform you're on, man. Appreciate it. Give your boy a like, subscribe, follow. We're on the road to 500 subs. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching, man. Game 6, we're going to be streaming on Thursday. Game 6, we'll go back to Indiana. We'll start the live stream at 8 o'clock. And then we'll do a Game 7, if necessary, on Sunday at 8 o'clock as well, too. That tip slam by Aaron Neesmith was crazy. Looks like Pascal Siakam did fall out of bounds, so it looks like OKC will get that ball back. Jalen Williams erupted this game. 40 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. SGA, another 31 points, 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 blocks. 4 blocks from SGA, man. Lou Dort started raining threes late. A lot of contribution off the bench as well, too. Alex Caruso, only 2 points off the bench. But he's been playing great defensively. A lot of turnovers. A lot of turnovers by Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso is forced. He says 3 steals. No block. Yeah, 1 block, 3 steals. So Alex Caruso off the bench, even though he only scored 2 points. Extremely productive defensively off the bench.
You know, he was leaning over, trying to get the ball back.
A lot of hustle plays from Alex Caruso.
I mean, does he make contact with his arms at all on the reach of Shea?
We're reaching more than they are right now. We're trying to figure it out.
Just under 2 minutes left in the game. OKC leads by 13. If things continue the way they are looking right now, it looks like OKC will take a 3-2 lead in the NBA Finals. Game 6 will go back to Indiana. And Indiana will have a chance to be able to tie the series 3-3. Tyrese Halliburton has not hit at a field goal the entire game. All his points are from free throws. He has 4 points. Oklahoma City gets the ball. Challenge is unsuccessful. So Indiana Pacers lose a timeout. Both teams are in the bonus.
OKC
The scoreboard not working for some reason. I don't know what the hell going on, man. Okay. Ball's inbounded to Jalen Williams. He's being guarded by Shepherd. He gets the screen by SGA. SGA now being guarded by Shepherd. SGA looks like he wants to cook. Mid-range. Misses. Pacers with the rebound. TJ McConnell has the ball. TJ McConnell's looking to go to that mid-range. McConnell misses a shot. Just over a minute left, man. OKC leads by 13. A minute left. Jalen Williams has the ball. Jalen Williams misses the layup. Indiana Pacers and 1. This guy looks mad young, man. What was it? This guy looks like he's like 16 years old, man. Furphy. This guy looks mad young. OKC leads by 11, 23 seconds left. Misses the free throw. Chet Holmgren with the rebound. SGA brings it up for OKC. We will run that clock out. SGA mid-range misses. Benedict Mathurin will bring it up for the Pacers. Another turnover. Alex Caruso has the ball. They're going to run that clock out. And the Oklahoma City Thunder are 1 win away from becoming NBA champions. They will take a series lead 3-2. Tyrese Halliburton is on the bench looking super sad. His right leg injury did not help the Pacers and really nagged him the entire night. OKC will look to close out in Game 6 in Indiana. Oklahoma City Thunder are 1 game away from the NBA Finals. 1 game away from becoming NBA Finals champions.
To the play, Mike, where he aggravated a weak thing. Just loses his balance trying to beat the big. There's a long stretch of time when he didn't look right. Rivers is obviously.
He played 34 minutes. I'm sure they're doing a lot of work before Thursday's Game 6 in Indianapolis.
Got to put the socials up on the Instagrams, the Facebooks, etc. Game ball goes to Jalen Williams, man. J-Dub gets game ball.
we have to take the first one.
Jalen Williams explodes for 40 points on the night, 6 rebounds, 4 assists.
Confidence me and go out and be me. Mark's done a good job of telling me just be myself. I don't got to be anything more, and that's giving me a lot of confidence.
You told me at the end of the third quarter when they were coming into the league, we can't panic. Given what we've seen from the Pacers throughout these playoffs, how were you guys able to keep it together, to right the ship, and to not panic?
We're getting opportunities to repeat and grow through our experience. That was honestly the same exact game as game one, to be totally honest. So, learn through these finals. That's what makes the team good. And I thought we were able to do
They did not make the same mistake that they made in game one, where they got nervous, allowed the Pacers to come back to be able to win the game late, to be able to cut it down to one possession game. Late in the game, OKC was able to force turnovers, be able to score off those turnovers. And even though the Indiana Pacers cut it down by as much as 4 points, the Oklahoma City Thunder were able to extend that lead again to 7, to 9, and then ultimately to 14 and close out the game. Oklahoma City Thunder are 1 game away from winning their first NBA championship as the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is huge for OKC, man. They're 1 game away. Now I got to ask, if this OKC team wins the NBA Finals, is this team better? Let me rephrase that question. If the Oklahoma City Thunder win the next game and become NBA Finals champions, is SGA the best Thunder of all time? Again, Oklahoma City Thunder 120, the Pacers 109. Absolutely phenomenal game. This game was also a seesaw, just like every single other game. Shout out to Miguel Moya 218. This game was an absolute seesaw, just like every single other game in this series, man. Indiana Pacers had a chance to be able to come back and win it late, but ultimately, man, those turnovers ended up burying the Indiana Pacers. One thing you got to give credit to the Oklahoma City Thunder for, man, they learned their lesson. They saw this exact same movie in game one, and to be quite honest, man, if you're looking at game one, outside of that mistake that the Oklahoma City Thunder have made in game one, man, if they would have taken that game one, this series would be over right now, today. This would have been the 4th win that they needed. So it looks like Oklahoma City Thunder, they had that bad game in game two, but they've been able to turn everything around, man. Like Oklahoma City Thunder, you got to commend them for what they've been able to do. Series is tied 3-2. Game 6 will go back to Indiana. We'll see what happens, man. I personally think that the Oklahoma City Thunder will win in 7. But Indiana Pacers, whenever you're facing elimination, you're going to play that much harder, right? So we go back to Indiana. I don't think the Pacers want to lose in their home crowd. You know what I mean? It'll be sad, but we also have to see what happens with Halliburton. Now, this game was Monday game. This is game 5. Game 5 is on Monday. We don't have game 6 until Thursday. So we got Halliburton a little 3 days to be able to recover before the next game, be able to fix whatever's wrong with his leg. Hopefully that will be enough time for him to recover and to be able to contribute a lot more, because Halliburton's going to have to contribute more than 4 points for the Indiana Pacers to be able to win. Tyrese Halliburton only had 4 points, all off free throws. He did not hit a single field goal in the game. That right injury was nagging him. And this is pretty sad because Pascal Siakam had a phenomenal game. He had 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. So Pascal Siakam had a world beater game. Aaron Nesmith, 14, Miles Turner, 13. You had TJ McConnell with an absolute spark off the bench with 18, and Obi Toppin with 12 points off the bench. So you had a lot of contribution off the bench from the Indiana Pacers, but none of it mattered because your main guy, Tyrese Halliburton, only scored 4 points and didn't hit a single field goal throughout the entire game. And we're going to have to start talking about Tyrese Halliburton, man, because Tyrese Halliburton, even though he's that late game comeback king, man, he's been extremely inconsistent in certain games. There's certain games where he just absolutely balls out, and there's some games where he's absolutely disappears. There's been a couple games throughout the playoffs where he's just absolutely disappeared entirely. We got 40 point on the Oklahoma City Thunder side, man. You got pretty much a complete game from your entire team. Bench contributed a lot, and Aaron Wiggins, 14 points off the bench. Casey Walls, 11 points off the bench. Alex Caruso only had 2 points, but a +8, plus-minus. He was extremely good defensively, had 4 steals. And you had SGA with another 30-point game, 31 points, 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks. That's an all-around defensive game from him. But game ball goes to Jalen Williams. He had 40 off the bench. 40 points. This game, he absolutely erupted in the third and the fourth quarter. 40 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. So you got 71 points from your 2 best players. In most cases, that's all you need to be able to win that game. So we're going to see what happens in the next game. I expect the Indiana Pacers to be able to come back with a little bit more energy, with Tyrese Halliburton feeling a little bit better, having a couple days to rest and nurse that right leg injury. But I do think Indiana Pacers might be able to take next game. We'll go back to OKC, and OKC will close it out in 7. But I want to know what y'all think. Anyways, we'll be streaming the next game of the NBA Finals. Game 6 will be on Thursday. We'll be starting the stream at 8 o'clock, so be sure to tune in for then. And then we'll do Game 7 if necessary as well, too. That will be on Sunday. This is Keep It Basketball, man. I really appreciate everybody who watched, man. Give your boy a like, subscribe, follow for the algorithm. And I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace out.